about 2 minutes is what I'm showing.
It's nice how that shadow's behind us. You can see the silhouette of the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's take it all in while we can, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure.
While we're young and we can still see, correct?
Really kind of nice evening, really.
It's a beautiful evening, man, for being September.
A little warm, but other than that,
Test.
it's nice.
Test.
Only thing, I know last time our commercials were a little loud.
Yep.
But we won't be able to tell.
Scoot it down just a hair, and then if we need to move it up or down, we'll be in business.
Good. Is it okay if I slide over this way?
Sure.
If I run the commercials?
Yeah, if you're going to run it, you slide that sucker all you want to. I think we're pretty close to live, just so we know. I think we're about on.
Gotta sneeze one time.
Bring a towel.
Here we go again. Oh, my voice even changed. It's a little deeper.
Test.
Test 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2,
It
3.
is 640.
All right. If we've got a monitor back in the studio, if they'll let us know if there's anything we need to adjust, we're going to go ahead and get started.
I believe Evie's going to be our first
monitor
station. Yes, sir. If I get anything, I will update you as soon as possible. Okay, sir?
Okay, sounds good. Just trying to give it just a second to show if our system here is showing we're going. I believe we're already online. We are testing mics, trying to get ready and get started here. We are real close to starting.
Pretty close to game time.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Knollmark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal football. Tonight's game can be watched absolutely free at HobbsAmerica.com by clicking on the Cardinal or on the Eunice Sports YouTube page. Thanks to our amazing sponsors. Eunice has amazing sponsors down here in Lee County that provide this service, and it costs you nothing. Or you can watch it next door, and you can pay $20 or whatever. So we appreciate you that making the broadcast happen. I'm Jimmy Jones, partners with Seminole Caballero.
Welcome. How you doing?
Ready for football, and of course on the camera and also of the amazing, the one, the only, the ball don't lie. We have Charlie Fairbrush on the camera and the mic.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everything going? Ready for some homecoming football tonight?
Homecoming football. We are excited and ready to go. We are back home tonight here in beautiful Cardinal Stadium, a stadium ranked as the top small school football stadium in New Mexico and ranked in the top 50 nationally, and it's homecoming. So there is a little bit of an extra buzz around Eunice today. This week has been a week of parades and all types of activity across town. In fact, we are also having some class reunions, so we'll try to touch a little more on some of that stuff later. It's a great atmosphere here in Eunice. Rosendo, what are your thoughts on tonight?
I'm very excited. Thoughts about the game or tonight? No, I'm joking.
Just in general.
In general, I'm very excited for the Eunice Cardinals. They're kind of hurting with a couple of players, but they have a little pep in their step right now.
Yeah, I think they're a little excited. Did I mention we're here tonight for some Friday night football? Tonight, the Eunice Cardinals will host the Tigers from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It's a long drive over from that part of the state, Rosendo.
It's a very long drive, man. Poor people, but I'm glad they made it here safely so we can have football game tonight.
Absolutely. There's not just an easy path that comes straight across from Hot Springs to here. For those that don't know where Hot Springs is, Hot Springs High School is in Truth or Consequences. Hot Springs was the original name of the community and the school. Then there was some sort of game show back in, I think, the 50s or 60s that sent out a deal that if any town in the United States was willing to change their name to the name of their game show, which was Truth or Consequences, that they would put the show on there for a year or something to that effect. So Truth or Consequences New Mexico took over as what was Hot Springs, New Mexico. The high school is still Hot Springs. So once again, there's no straight path across here because of the White Sands National Missile Range and the mountains across there. It's only, if you drove as the crow flies, it might be 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
But because there's no straight path across there, you're talking 5, 6 hours to get over there.
A lot of windshield time.
Yes. For Eunice, the Cardinals entered tonight's game on a bit of a rebound. They lost their first game of the year on the road against 3A powerhouse Raton, a very tough Raton team. In fact, I saw this week where the Raton running back, his name is...
His name after that judge.
Yes, Warren Walton is the judge.
Go.
Walton is the young man. He's been named as one of the top running backs, not only in the state of New Mexico, but in the entire country. It was on a news broadcast this week. He's one of the top-rated running backs in the country. He gave us absolute fits in that game. An Albuquerque sports reporter this week compared him to Barry Sanders the way he runs. I think I said that during the game. It was amazing. He's just running over folks. He's got these thunder thighs that are just solid
and
tree
turned
trunks.
on a dime, man.
Yes, I can assure flickering. Then we started seeing smoke and sparks coming out of one of the light poles near the Eunice bleachers. The PA announcer informed everyone that the electricity was being shut off and for everyone to evacuate or clear the area. And that's when the most entertainment happened of the whole thing. Most people began scattering away. Fans were actually running away from the light pole. However, not all the fans ran. In fact, a few of our Eunice gentlemen, in typical Eunice male fashion, in an honest attempt to help, I believe, approached the burning pole, and I gave an impression of them, and I've heard lots of comments on my impression that I gave of them at that time, so I wanted to recap for those that didn't hear it. It kind of went like this. Hey, John, we should go over there and see if we can put that fire out. Hell, Jim Bob, I've seen bigger fires than that on Saturday night at Sandy Beach. Hey, little Bubba, run over my pickup truck and get me a crescent wrench. I'll put that fire out right now. Get them birds back on the field. Anyway, it was kind of like that.
And just like that.
Exactly. You had 8 or 10 Eunice folks in their red shirt over standing about 10 foot from the fire, the sparks shooting out, just staring at it like, I bet we can put that thing out.
That's nothing I've seen worse.
So anyway, the game ended up being called on an electrical fire. The Cardinals picked up the win 33-12. In that game, Elijah Melanson really looked good. The freshman threw for over 200 yards and 5 touchdowns. He completed nearly 70% of his passes. Ashton Thompson had 5 catches for nearly 100 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Luis Gomez had a touchdown catch. Maddox Mata had a touchdown catch. Kevin Garcia had some great catches and, as always, did a great job at the running back position. Elgin Woods had some great running stats and some good catches himself. On defense, Jonathan Caballero, my man here's son, led the Cards with 7 tackles. Jerry Hawkins also had a big game, having 3 tackles and a sack. The young Michael Gonzalez had 2 tackles and a sack. A couple of bad notes for that game. The Cardinals lost running back Kevin Garcia to a serious leg injury. He is likely out for the season, a huge loss for the Cards. He is one of only a few that played a big role in last year's state championship season. He will be missed this year for sure. Also, we lost Van Brecken to a collarbone injury. Entering last week, he was tied in touchdowns for the season with Ashton Thompson for the leading touchdown person on this team. Losing him will hurt as well. We wish them both a speedy recovery.
Yes, we do, man.
For Hot Springs, they come into tonight's matchup 0-3. However, looking at their schedule, that schedule may be, or that record may be a little bit deceiving. They've lost a fairly close game to Texas 5A El Paso Cathedral, a game which was very close at halftime. They also lost to 2A powerhouse Tularosa in a fairly competitive game. And then they were blown out by Anthony. This team looks to be led by senior number 33, J.J. Garcia. He leads them on both sides of the ball, leading in offensive yards and in tackles on the defensive side. And with a name like J.J., he's got to be pretty dang good. I mean, any of them J.J.'s, they're pretty tough. That's right. Quarterback number 15, Caden Lanham, is also one to watch for the Tigers. Last year, when we went to Hot Springs, I got to tell you, we had something happen over there that I've never seen before. In the middle of the game, we started seeing a parachute approaching from high in the sky, coming toward the middle of the stadium. As it got closer, there was a man hanging from a parachute with what looked like a ceiling fan strapped to his butt, and he was flying around and using that fan to direct him. And I think he was trying to land in the field.
He missed completely.
But he missed and landed off on the side of a hill behind us and just disappeared, and then we never saw him again. So strange events happened.
I think they're still looking for him.
They may be. He might have fell in that lake over there, and they've been finding all kinds of people in that thing because it's drying up. Yeah, so thoughts on tonight's game, Rosendo?
On Kevin, he played both sides of the ball, defense and offense. He did a very good job out there. He did an outstanding job on both sides of the ball. So we're going to struggle with their last week, Austin McCullough in there. And he's fairly new, but he had adjusted. So he had a whole week to come back in and pick up that slack. And once again, on the defensive side, they're very young. But we'll see what this team can do now since Kevin's out, because he's also a big hitter. He plays on safety.
Yeah.
On the offensive side, good job, and hopefully he can keep that same pace. Last game, I've seen a lot of maturity from his part of the game. He wasn't throwing the ball deep like I wanted him to because the wind was blowing the opposite way. He kept it. He seen green grass. He ran it. He took the ball. He went down like he was supposed to. So a lot of maturity coming out of him on that part of that.
Yeah, I agree. Some other thoughts here. It's homecoming. I was told we have over 150 Eunice Cardinal alumni here tonight for this game. Just a few names of Eunice alumni that people have sent me, and I've gathered some things up that we'll talk about during the game. But you can't talk Eunice Cardinal football without talking about Dave Lynn.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
He's screaming at one of his friends down there to come up there.
All right. We can't talk Eunice football without talking about Dave Lynn, Ricky Hatley, Steve Jones, Bob Woolley, Joyce Woolley Hatley sent me some of this stuff. Dickie Gruber, Mike Martin, some Cardinal greats who have passed include Tommy Gruber, Lita Leonard, Craig Coulter. There's just so many Eunice Cardinal names, past and present, and we'll talk about some of those as we go on here tonight. But just some Cardinal greats, some great athletes, some great cheerleaders, just some great alumnus.
And that's where this tradition comes from winning, expectations, hard work. That's where the foundation is from that generation right there, and it keeps going on all the way up to the moment. So that's great shout out. Thank y'all for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're just some good folks. I know when I think about some of those folks that have that long line of just Cardinal tradition, you think about family names like the Deans, the Harveys, yeah, I mean, so many others, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I just, you think of some of those names, and it's like every year there's one of those long-time Eunice names. Blevins, Thompson, just so many others. I mean, some of the Joneses, both sides. There's several groups of Joneses around here, but so many of those. I
can't believe there's that many Joneses. I'm so dumbfounded about it. But I agree with you.
Montanez.
There you go.
You start looking down the line. There's just been so many of those folks that have those deep roots in Eunice.
Herrera, the Contreras.
Yes, absolutely. So many, and like I said, I guarantee you somebody sitting out there saying, hey, what about me, dang it?
Oh, that let us know on text. No disrespect. We're just going names off the top of our head to give a shout-out to them.
They're like, I'll go over and put that fire out at that pole and
wait until halftime. All these firefighters are going to show up, electricians are going to show up, and we'll go from there.
Shout out to my Uncle Kenny Jones. He's listening to us from Ruidoso. We appreciate you for sure.
That's my neighbor.
Absolutely. So, we're excited. We're getting close here. They got about 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock before the game starts. Eunice getting ready to come out on the field. We're going to send it back over for just a couple of minutes for a word from our sponsors.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice, New Mexico. A beautiful evening here in Eunice as we are getting ready to kick off this football game. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem and whatnot. So let's send it back to our sponsors for a quick word.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium-duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knowmark Broadcasting's live coverage for free of Eunice Cardinal sports here as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Hot Springs Tigers. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush, and we are just minutes away from the opening kickoff here in Eunice.
Yes, we are. We're ready for some Eunice Cardinal football here in the Eunice Stadium. The Eunice Stadium. I apologize if I said that.
We'll make
and it is homecoming.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a good crowd here. Still a line of people coming in. The Cardinals are taking the field. Looks like they're going to kick off. Cardinals will be in the red uniforms with the white helmets. Hot Springs will be in all white with the blue stripe down the side. Quick shout out to some sponsors: Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, the City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Devon Energy, BTH Services and Rental, NMR Pipeline LLC, and this kickoff is brought to you by the Eunice Police Department. Chief Casey Arcides and his staff, they do a good job of protecting and serving and providing public safety. And here we go, ready for the kickoff.
Let's get it going, boys.
It's a high floater to about the 35-yard line. Hot Springs takes it, and there is a flock of Cardinals there. It looked like a cardinal nest as they piled in there.
Job, like Coach Dane would say, gang tackle, gang tackle, gang tackle.
So the Hot Spring Tigers will take over first and 10. Ball going to be spotted about the 38-yard line, right in the center of the field. Hot Springs comes in, sets up in their it looks like an I formation. Now they're going to drop that quarterback back. So they're going to be in the spread. Two receivers right, two to the left. Quarterback and the running back side by side in the shotgun in the backfield. Cardinals set up on the defense.
Oh, movement on the...
All kinds of people moving. It looked like we went, but I thought the left guard or tackle there moved on the Tigers.
I concur with you. If we've seen the same thing, that's what should be called. Let's see.
So false start.
Go. Good job.
Good eye.
So that'll scoot the Tigers back 5 yards, and it will get us ready here for first and 15.
That's the way we want to start right here, man. That's
Hot
perfect.
Hot Springs now has the ball about the 32-yard line. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it straight up the middle. They've got a little gap for a minute, and then the Cardinals swoop in. I thought I saw a 30.
There's a 38, 24, 25 on there.
Yes,
gang tackle.
38 is Gonzalez, I believe.
Little Michael.
I believe that's right.
Jonathan.
Yep. Jonathan Caballero and a few others in there. So that's going to make it second. We'll call it a long 12, maybe 13. Ball spotted at the 35. 3 Tigers headed over wide right. 1 out here wide to the left. Quarterback in the back, side by side in the backfield. Here's the snap.
Oh, get him,
Here comes the end around. He almost gets there, and then the ball's almost picked off out wide for an incomplete pass.
Number 80 had a man run out there, for his life.
Reminded me of Ovi Ontiveros right there for just a minute.
Just a little bit. I did too. Like he almost had him. He had to throw it away to save his life. So that's a loss of down, correct?
Yes, sir. So it'll be third down and about, we'll call it 12, 13 yards. Ball spotted at the 35. They need to get out here to about the 48 for a first down. 11:15 remaining here in quarter number 1.
And they just changed footballs. I think they were playing with the wrong football.
They had Eunice's football.
Didn't want to go north. Huh?
Yeah, I guess not. We'll see right here. The ball lies, right?
They're going to play from the left hash. Here's the snap. They're going to pitch it out. They're running reverse. Here they come on a reverse. Oh, wait, got a big gap here. And then somebody comes up. Who is that?
That is
Elgin. Elgin Woods comes up, puts a helmet right on the thigh, drops the ball runner. He picks up about 10 yards, but that's going to leave him about 4 yards short of the first down. So it's going to be fourth. We'll call it 4. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Let's see what Hot Springs will do early if they gamble.
And they take forever out there as well. You got players with their wristbands looking at the plays, so. And their quarterback's good size out there.
Yeah, he's a big kid. I was thinking, I looked at the numbers, and he was like 6'3". So they're going to go for it. They're lined up here to go for it. They're rolling right the whole way.
And
he's going to tuck it and go. He's got some space. He gets hit right at the first down marker, but he falls forward for a good, probably 5-yard pickup. And the ball's going to be spotted right at midfield. We'll call it the 50, and that's going to be first and 10 Hot Springs.
Yeah. Our linebackers need to come in and close that gap, man. If they would have got him a lot sooner, he would have been way shorter, but it's first down, so what do we do?
Were you able to tell who made that tackle?
That was Colburn.
Brady Colburn, young man that can do it all. Quite the utility player. Great job there by Colburn. Unfortunately, first and 10 Tigers. So they head back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're trying to get the play set up.
Cool, calm, and collective, huh?
Here's the snap. They pitch it out to the right. The running back heads around that end. That's number 33. We talked about him in the pregame, J.J. Garcia. And a host of Cardinals gets to him in the backfield and drops him for about a 4-yard loss.
The first one was there, I think it was Ortega, Caballero, and 33, Brandon
Trevino.
Good job out there. Like you said, they hold them up and somebody else finishes them off, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Got Ovi Ontiveros listening. He just sent me he heard a shout out. So appreciate you listening over there in Waco. Out there flying planes. Been telling me stories about landing planes this week. So pretty crazy stuff. Tigers head back to the line of scrimmage. It's second down, about 13. They start to throw it out. They've got a lot of pressure coming after the quarterback. They float one up in the air, and that ball's going to be thrown away. Incomplete pass.
What I did see there, we're getting behind by their line, but that quarterback has an arm.
Yep. And he's got some legs because
see that?
they're right in his face, and all of a sudden he's evading them.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about sponsors of Eunice Police Department evading. That guy looks like Eunice would have a tough time catching him in a pursuit.
Man, you get that canine, he'll catch him. Trust me, I know.
So it's going to be third down and about 13. Ball spotted about the 47-yard line. Here comes the snap. Eunice has a blitz coming. Hot Springs picks it up. They throw out a quick pass. Several Cardinals there. And they're going to pick up about 5 yards off the play. It's going to make it fourth down, and we'll call it 7.
Josh was the first one there, but he couldn't wrap him up, but the rest of the team got there to finish it off. So it's a good job, man. He didn't get him down, but he stood him up a little bit. So it's fourth and 8?
Yeah, and Hot Springs went for it a while ago. I don't see them doing any different here. So it's fourth down. I'm going to call it 7. Ball spotted about the 46.5. We'll call it the 47-yard line. They need to get to about the 41 for a first down. 2 receivers wide left, 2 wide right. Quarterback and the back in the backfield. Got a man in motion. Here comes the snap. They're going to run straight quarterback keeper.
Good job.
That's number 8 that comes up. Jacob Ortega puts a helmet on the quarterback in the backfield, knocks him down for a loss, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Huge loss. That guy didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, man.
Great play there by Jacob Ortega.
Very good job.
So that'll bring the Cardinal offense out on the field for the first time here today. 8:25 remaining in quarter number 1. Eunice takes over first and 10. Ball spotted about the 47-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 out left. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Elgin Woods up the middle. He's got about 5, breaks it outside to the left, and he's all the way down to the 45-yard line inside Tiger territory.
Beautiful job. Eunice went out there, got set, hiked the ball, and got in motion. Hot Springs was just trying to get set, seeing what they were going to do. We got, 8 yards out of that yard?
Yeah, great pickup there by Elgin
job.
Woods. He was bobbing and weaving. Ball spotted right at the 45. They need to get to about the 46.5 for a first down, so it's second and a yard and a half. Same formation for the Cardinals. Here they come rolling right is Melanson. He's looking down the field. He's going to chunk it deep. He's got a man. Oh, what a catch.
Oh, he pushed him out of bounds. His feet did not stay in bounds for Thompson.
Thompson with an amazing athletic, acrobatic catch, and man, I thought that was a terrible call there by the official. The defensive back shoved him, and I still thought he had his toes in. It was dang close one way or the other, but the defensive back shoved him out of bounds. I thought it was a good catch. Anyway, it's third and 1.5. Cardinals back to the line of scrimmage. They hand it straight up the middle of Woods. He's got more than enough for a first down, all the way out to the 40-yard line.
I like what they're doing when they're getting up to the line, getting the play in, and going.
Yep.
That's perfect. We're sounding good on the radio according to this text. Thank you, Tiff.
All right, ball spotted at the 40. Cardinals hurry into the line of scrimmage. Cleared backfield. Only person back there is the quarterback. 2 to the left, 3 out here to the right. Melanson looking deep the whole way. He's got everybody running down the field.
Just overthrew him.
Just overthrew Mata. Mata was stretched out and just couldn't quite get his fingertips on it.
Man, that was beautiful.
You know, if you noticed, we had 5 wide receivers. They all ran straight up the field.
So you could choose whoever you wanted, right?
Yeah, we ran 5 goes. That's like some old school backyard football that we used to play in the churchyard on Sunday afternoon. 7:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Looks like there's some confusion as to who's where and what's who, but Eunice is now set up.
2 running backs.
Second and 10. Kind of got that inverted T look. They're going to hand it straight up the middle to Trevino. He's going to pick up about 1.
If that. That kid is a hard runner, but he just goes north to south.
Yeah, and a host of Tigers there growling and munching at him.
And the Tigers, their defensive line is pretty thick.
Yeah, they got some big old boys. I mean, it's like, how big old boy are you? Well, there's a whole bunch of big old boys right there. So 39, ball
That's
spotted
old
at the
school,
39. That's right. Here's the snap, looking down the field. Got some people open. They're going to chunk it deep.
Come get it.
And that's a catch down the sideline by Thompson, and he breaks it into the end zone for 6 points. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And I see no flags on the field. Beautiful job.
Great pass by Melanson. Great catch, tippy-toed down the sidelines by Thompson, and heads in for 6.
And it started from the way he ran that route.
Yes.
He stayed with it, kept running. Melanson put the ball on the money, and that young man caught it, went to the touchdown.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah,
Rick Fair used to say, huh?
That was a nice one there. Melanson with the TD pass.
We're going for 2, Coach. We're going for 2. Oh, we're going for.
I think they said he stepped out.
He
or
stepped
something.
out?
Oh,
What?
no.
That was a touchdown.
Oh, wow. I guess they didn't give him the touchdown on that one. So now we throw it to Thompson again.
Again.
The ball was spotted at the 11-yard line.
Dude, he did not step out of bounds.
Yeah, I never saw a spot. I thought we were lining up going for 2. So my apologies to, I know my man
Yeah.
Leonard White's listening to us doing some stats. They marked him out at the 11-yard line, and
We
we did
stand
not
corrected.
get 6.
I was excited.
So we got set back up on the 11. We threw a little out pattern to Thompson. He picks up about 4. Ball spotted. Ball spotted
I'm
now
not-
about
I
the
didn't see
6-yard line, maybe the 7. We'll call it the 7.
Am I watching the same game?
Yeah, I didn't even think he was close to being out of bounds. I mean, he tiptoed down the side, but I thought he was in there. They handed it straight up the middle to Elgin
Trevino.
Woods.
That's
Oh, is that
Trevino.
Trevino?
Yes, they're running in and out.
And so he picks up, we'll call it 2. Looked like a lot more than that as he was headed up the middle with a crowd on his
No forward momentum.
on his back. Yeah, just, we had him deep in the backfield, so he took the handoff probably 7 yards deep, and he picked up 2, so he ran about 9 yards to pick up that 2. Here goes Melanson rolling
Run it,
out.
run
He's
it.
looking, he throws it into the back corner. And
Touchdown.
touchdown number 23.
Second touchdown of the
That
quarter.
is Luis Gomez with a touchdown catch in the back corner, and he tiptoed, and they gave it to him.
Literally tiptoed.
That
That
might
was
be
the
what
second
they call
touchdown
two-
for the
two-
quarter.
2 for 1.
2 for 1, huh?
2 for 1.
Well, I guess all the receivers going to get a pass tonight.
Yeah, so Luis
Beautiful job.
Gomez with
Beautiful
the TD
job.
catch.
Now Elgin goes out there for extra point. The holder is Hyan Castro.
5:35 remaining in quarter number 1. Here's the kick. It's up. It looks like it's through to me, and it is. That's going to make it 7 points for the Cardinals to 0 for Hot Springs here in the first quarter. 5:35 remaining in the quarter number 1. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsor.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice, New Mexico. Here as the Cardinals take the lead 7-0. I've got a couple of messages from people watching saying, hey, you guys are getting too many sponsors. The sponsor bar takes up half the picture and we can't see the game. So I had never thought about that, but the more sponsors we get, the more they add them in there, and it does take up half that bottom part of the screen. So
We will let somebody know and try to fix that.
Yeah.
We apologize.
It's definitely a good problem to have, but it is a problem for sure. I got a message here from Dan Bryant, former Eunice police officer, former Lovington police chief, and former Eunice Cardinal. He said, anyway, an old school picture of an old team when he was here. Here's the kickoff.
Call for a fair catch.
Yeah, down at in 19-yard
19,
line.
look like the 19.
So
I'm going to
thank
take a chance right now, give a shout out to Adam Mudo, who's watching it right now. Watching it and listening to us. He said he doesn't have enough energy to get into the games, but he enjoys listening to it and watching it. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Adam, for listening. Thank you, Dan Bryant, for listening. Give you a shout out. We appreciate you being out there for sure.
For sure.
So a fair catch was called here. Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. Ball's going to be spotted at the 19-yard line. They're way down here close to the Eunice field house. 5:33 on the clock. 7-0 Eunice in the lead.
You need a bigger parking lot. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, out there in that green grass.
Look at that moon. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's kind of coming up over the horizon. Pretty cool looking. Two receivers right, two to the left. One goes in motion. They're going to run the quarterback deeper all the way, and they are burying the quarterback. There is a flock of Cardinals there again.
That was Hawkins, Caballero, and Ortega.
All right, so a
it
good
up,
job there by the Cardinals. They all get back in there.
I believe Hawkins was the first one there. Ortega and Caballero came towards the end.
So fantastic job there by the group. That's about a 5-yard loss. Ball going to be spotted back about the 15-yard line, maybe even the 14, closer to the 14 probably. Second and 14.
Second and 14.
Tigers with the ball. They're going the wrong direction. Good direction for us.
Perfect
Here they
direction.
go. Here's the snap. They're rolling
Rolling
left, looking deep the whole way. They're going to let it fly, and they do down the field.
Turn around. Oh,
And I thought they made the catch. They didn't.
it was a lucky mistake. I thought we would get a flag on that because he hit before the ball got there.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm pretty convinced that was a pass interference on us.
concur 100%.
I tell people all the time, I try to call it like it is. You may not like what I say, but I think we had a pass interference right there.
Yes. Guess what?
Last week that was a pass interference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was. And they just changed balls again. They start their series
Using the other team's
yeah.
ball. Yep. And believe it or not, that is different. The grip on some of them is different. Sometimes a little bit of a size difference. Sometimes you have people like Tom Brady that let a little air out of them so they can grip them better when it's cold or
You know
wet.
he's listening, right?
He probably is.
Probably tuned in.
All right, so it's third and a long ways. They're going to hand it straight up the middle.
Get him,
That's
88.
JJ. He's trying to push forward. He's going to
What's
get
going on
forward
here?
about the 16-yard line.
They threw Hawkins all the way down to the 5-yard line, and Hawkins wasn't even involved in the play.
So the punt return team is headed out onto the field at this point. You got Maddox, Mata, and Thompson back here standing on the Cardinal at midfield. They'll have to do some push-ups later for standing on the Cardinal.
Oh, they don't know that yet.
Hot Springs set up in their punt formation. 4:15 and ticking on the clock here in quarter number 1.
And their quarterback is their punter, correct?
It looks like it. They snap it back to him. Here's the punt. It's a long line drive.
Get that in there and
I
run.
think we'll have a chance, and no, we don't. We let it bounce, and it's going to bounce all the way inside the 50. We had a chance to pick that one up and pick up 15, 20 yards,
easily, 'cause
and we let it go. So under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. After a good bounce, the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. We'll call it the 48-yard line.
beautiful job out there. The Cardinals went out there and played good defense there. Didn't get the first down that time. They were swarming towards the ball. So, beautiful, beautiful job.
Yep. So here comes Eunice set up here, 1st and 10, 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. Here comes that person in motion. That's Mata. We're going to pitch it to him, and he heads around the right side. He's got a little space. He's around the right corner, down to almost the 30-yard line, and he got hit hard, but not before he picked up about 20.
Yeah, beautiful job he made for not catching the ball in the air a minute ago.
Yeah, so
Beautiful
Mata with a great run there all the way down. We'll call it the 32-yard line.
That kid got good breakaway speed. Once he got to that corner, he just kept running and running. Beautiful job by our offensive line blocking.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice.
3:45 on the clock here in quarter number 1. Eunice looking over to Coach Greg Jackson for the signal. Jackson in his third season. I think this is 4th season, won 3 in a row state championships. Won a championship every year he's been here. Here comes the snap, looking down the field.
Wide
They've got
open.
a man open, and that's Thompson. The pass is
Oh, he got it out of his hands again. Oh, he wants that one back.
The pass was right on the
his
money.
hands.
Thompson caught it behind the defender 3 steps. I thought he caught it. It went in his hands
In
and out of his
baby.
hands.
In and out. I think he was too excited. It was too easy.
At the next family get-together, Thompson's liable to get an earful from the freshman
man,
Melanson on that one.
We need to check his contacts. That's where we started this issue.
Yeah, I agree.
I know.
3:25.
Nick, get him some new contacts, Nick.
2nd and 10, ball spotted at the 32. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. They're looking. They're going to hand off right up the middle. Elgin Woods. He's got a little running room down inside the 25. We don't want him holding up when they grab a hold of him. That's what happened last week to Garcia.
He did a beautiful job. I thought they had him like at the 3 yards, but he cut and moved the other way.
Yeah, he picked up about 8. Ball spotted at the 25. It's going to make it 3rd down and about, we'll call it 2.5.
But let's go to number 15 out there with green gloves. Let's go with green gloves.
Yeah, I agree. 2 receivers wide right, 2 to the left. Melanson, and is that Trevino in the
No,
backfield?
sir, that is Woods still.
I don't know why I have such a tough time with them. They hand
hand
it to Woods. He
first
breaks
down.
it up the middle and then out to the left. He's got a first down and then some all the way to the 20. First down Cardinals.
Beautiful job there, going, deciding the loading the team to the opposite side and running it. Beautiful job getting the first down.
And he got up limping really bad. I mean, he's holding his leg and he can't even hardly walk.
So he's coming out.
Yeah,
Remember last game as well, he started limping towards
I agree. So Woods he's hopping to the sideline. That is not good. We've already got our first running back out, and he's the next one in line. And now
he's
he's
also
to
the extra
sideline.
point kicker.
Yes, and the kicker.
Yeah, kicker.
2:20 remaining on the clock. First and 10, ball at the 20.
Oh.
Melanson rolls
Good
back.
job, good
breaks
job.
away, gets a little space. Looking down the field. He goes around the corner, trying to get a little more space. He does, and he's all the way down to about the 15. I don't see any laundry.
No, that's a beautiful job by 53 when they tried to get him in the backfield. 53 came up and blocked him. I think that's
Jose Calvillo.
blocked him, laid him open. I thought the White Hat was going to throw a flag, and he did it.
That's
Beautiful
going to
job.
make it second. We'll call it 4. Ball spotted just inside the 15. 1:50 and ticking on the clock. 7-0 Eunice in the lead.
What's up, big man?
Thompson, touchdown pass from Melanson to Thompson. It's 13-0 Eunice.
Once again, he was wide open. This time he caught it with his hands instead of doing it with his body. Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
So Thompson redeems himself, catching that one over the middle in a little traffic. TD catch for Thompson.
So we are going to go.
We were
because
going
our
to
kicker's
kick,
not out there.
and our kicker's on the sideline. They're over here working on his legs, so now we're having to call a timeout. The coach is screaming and hollering, trying to figure out where his kicker is. Well, his kicker's over here hurt.
A little bit of confusion out there with our kicker being hurt after that point. We scored a little too fast. We grouped up, but I think we'll go for 1, right? Or is it for 2 when they go for that?
Yeah, I guess we'll go for 2 if our kicker's out, unless we've got another secret kicker that I'm unaware of.
Well, Jonathan used to kick as a sophomore.
Yeah,
I
you're
believe.
right. You're right, absolutely.
I don't know if that big old cannon is still good kick.
Make a quick shout out to some sponsors. The Eunice Police Department, NMR Pipeline and Rental LLC, BTH Services and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Parker Energy, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. We greatly appreciate all of you, and we greatly appreciate all of you.
And I thought you were going to come up with the song for the Eunice Police Department. For the commercial.
They've got a tap, but I have to take this and get it loaded. And I had a busy, crazy court week this week.
I'm not putting any pressure on you, boss.
We were going to try to load it through the computer today, but I didn't have a connection down here that the radio station could tab in with. So here we are lined up in the old school wishbone formation. They try to run Thompson around the sweep.
Good
He's
cut.
still looking. He cuts back. He cuts back again, and he's in for 2. Thompson.
Did you see their defensive line for Hot Springs? They were coming at him. There's 4 at him. He cuts back the other, and they all fell. That's beautiful job on his feet, man. Moving, cutting.
The kid's got some quick feet for sure.
Very athletic.
It's 15-0. Eunice in the lead. 1:33 remaining in quarter number 1. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Like this.
And here we are back right now. The Eunice Cardinals lead 15-0 against Hot Springs here at the Eunice Cardinal Stadium, the Cardinal Stadium, on homecoming night.
Yeah, the Cardinals up quick, 15-0. We, once again, as we always do, we always have some sort of technical issue, but today our internet didn't work again.
Yeah.
We had the Eunice schools
There's a
come
pooch
over
kid.
to try to
Oh,
check
big
that
hop.
out early, and it didn't quite work the way we were hoping for as far as getting our internet set up. And anyway, so we don't have any internet again. We haven't had any internet for any of our home games, and that's one of the things that makes being at home so cool is we usually plug directly into it. But 2 straight weeks of no internet. So the
We will
Cardinals,
work that out eventually, boss.
yeah, halfway through the season. So the Cardinals come out and they do the pooch kick today, and that one skips on down. And I'm not sure what they called offsides on the Cardinals.
I'm sorry, I was too busy laughing at comedy. But the good news is Elgin Wood is out there kicking again.
All right. So anyway, it looks like they're calling a offsides on us, I think is what I heard. But
That's what he's pointing towards, that white hat over there.
yeah,
So
all
they're
of
going to choose a re-kick? Is that an
Well,
option?
The funny thing is they're talking to our coaches, so I can't decide what they're doing. They're talking to both sides. Anyway, so what happens on a kickoff, most of you football folks know this, but I know we got a few ladies out there watching their grandkids or kids that aren't huge football fans or maybe don't know. They call that an illegal kick. Basically, the entire team has to be behind the ball when the ball's kicked, and so they're saying that one of us got even with the ball or passed.
They declined.
Declined it.
Yep.
And they're going to pick the ball where it landed at, right? Where the kid recovered it and stood
That's the
himself
way
down.
I understand it. So it's 15-0 here. 1:32 remaining in quarter number 1.
There was 0 here. 32 is huge.
That's big boy. Hot Springs will take over 1st and 10. Ball spotted, we'll call it the 28-yard line. They're going to head right up the middle, and they're going to pick up big yardage.
Somebody from behind came up and got him. I could not tell the number, so it was a good gang tackle by the Eunice Cardinals.
They're
But
all
that young
the way,
man did get 8 yards out of
yeah,
that
I was
run.
going to say they're all the way up to the 35, so that gang tackle took place about 8 yards down the field.
And now Hot Springs is moving a lot faster there in the huddle.
Yeah, it's 2nd, and we'll call it 3. Ball spotted at the 35. Hot Springs comes to the line of scrimmage. 1 minute on the clock.
Stand corrected. They just stopped and slowed down, huh?
Yeah, so here they get up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers wide right, 1 out here to the left, quarterback in the backfield.
Oh,
Here's the snap. They're going to throw it out to that left side, and there's
good
somebody
job. That
right
is number
on
2.
the
That is
spot.
Josh.
Nice tackle.
Comes up and they lose again. About 3 yards on that tackle. That's Josh
Josh Carrillo.
Corrillo.
Yeah, that's one of them with ties to some other Eunice Cardinals, Michael Carrillo, and that group for sure. So,
Beautiful job. Textbook open tackle by himself, wrapped him up and threw him down.
great job, great tackle, great open field tackle by
Open
Carrillo.
field, yes.
22 seconds remaining on the clock. It's 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 now after probably a loss. Ball spotted about the 32-ish, maybe the 33. 2 receivers wide left, 2 wide right. Quarterback in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff, try to throw it out here.
Oh! Number 6 came up to cover his player, and they threw the ball right at him where he was at before.
That's Austin McCuller. I don't think he was playing his man, and I don't think he realized they were throwing it right to him. And by the time he ran up to cover the man, the ball sailed right over where he had been.
That shows you how fast he is. He closed that gap a blink of an eye.
So 4th down, and we'll call it 5.
I think either guy returning the ball, Mata or Thompson, catches in the air, we could score.
Yeah, they've got to get up there and catch it, though. I know they're both fairly young. They've got to get up under these and start catching them and quit letting them skip 20, 30 yards down the field.
Get there. Oh, we almost got a block.
Here's the kick, and there it is. And there's Mata with a catch. He catches it on
He's
the
gone.
line. He's to the
He's
50,
gone.
the 40, the 35,
And the horn
the 30,
goes off, and he is gone.
10.
Woo!
Touchdown, Madison Mata. We were just talking about it.
There's no facts. I called it, Mr. Jones. I called
You
it.
might be like Moses.
I was on the Red Sea out there. weren't we?
That's right.
That was
you were
beautiful, man.
predicting the future and parting the sea. Maddox Mata with the punt return of about 55 yards plus
That kid
for a touchdown.
is awesome.
Yeah.
He get out there. I'm telling you, he catches the ball in the air, man. It's guaranteed. He went up that sideline. Beautiful job by the line out there blocking as well.
So Eunice leads 21-0 here just as the buzzer goes off to end the first quarter. They're going to send our group out there for the PAT. Looks like they're lined up to go for 2 again. They're over here working on Woods' knee again.
Is it his knee or ankle?
I don't know. He's taking his shoe off and
He has
pulling
a
his
lot of
sock.
black on. Black sleeve, black.
Either looks like they're working on his ankle.
Alonzo
Here comes
rolls
Eunice
out.
rolling right, and that was Brady
Ooh.
Colburn, wasn't it?
No, that was Malonzo, but
Oh,
we got
is
a
it?
flag. We had a flag on the field. He threw the ball towards Mata. Mata was short by the yard, but we had a flag on the field. But I don't know if you...
Looks like they're pointing toward the Eunice line,
it's
so I think they're going to call a hold.
On 53, look at him.
So that's going to be holding on Eunice. I'm sure they're going to decline it. And that'll make it 21-0. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Calvillo. That's 53. You know, Calvillo's going to have to get his head on straight. That's 2 weeks in a row where he has, got some serious penalties. That'll be 15 yards. It'll be marked off on the kickoff.
That's you're absolutely right on that statement. I mean, at this age, you have to have that mind control out there.
Yeah. I watched our junior high play this week. Same sort of stuff. You can be as hard-headed and tough as you want to be, but when you get out there, you got to have a little bit of thick skin, because if not, it'll hurt your team.
Yeah.
So 21-0. That's
and it's going to hurt us more because our kicker's not out there.
Yeah.
Kick the ball deep, in which he knows. So if we do a little pooch kick, it's going to be right here in the 40, 50 yard.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying frantically to get his ankle taped and wrapped and get him back out there. I don't know if they're going to have him out there in time to kick off. He's standing there talking instead of rapping.
Yep.
I'm going to scream out the window in a
He's
minute. Quit talking and start rapping.
Talking to Kevin with them dark shades on.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Team Wolf there.
Kevin's telling him about that fire that got put out last week over in
Ropesville.
Shout out to some sponsors: the Eunice Police Department, New Mexico Pipeline, Pipeline, BTH Services,
John's gonna be kicking.
Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Parker Energy, City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber.
And I believe they're going to bring the old John back out to kick the ball. So they're going from that X, they got to go back 15 yards.
15-yard penalty.
So let's see how far he can kick the ball. See if he remembers how, right?
Yeah. See if he can get a little boot into it. I remember back in the day, a few of those playing a little soccer over in Carlsbad when they were youngsters.
Matter of fact, they won a championship over there one time.
That's right. Chloe was out there playing with them back then.
Kevin, John.
I think
Boyd, yes.
Yeah, the little Boyd fellow.
And that little girl, red hair, what was her name?
Yeah, that's Megan Hastings.
Megan Hastings.
And Greg Hastings. They're from Carlsbad. At the time, he was the athletic director in Hobbs. And anyway, she came with us over there, too. So
They did a very good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see what they just did? They were supposed to swap sides.
Yeah, at the quarter, they were going to swap. And,
That would have been a great time to run 5 commercials on that one.
That's right.
We apologize, sponsors, but we are proud that y'all are with us.
So we're getting ready to start quarter number 2. Eunice, after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Calvillo, will be kicking from way deep. And our normal kicker, Woods, is over here on the side. And we've got the main man, Tim DuBois, wrapping that ankle.
And Jonathan hasn't kicked since his sophomore year, so. Well, it can't be really that. I was going to say it can't be that hard, but sometimes it can be, right?
Yeah.
It's like shooting a free throw. You've done it all game. Time's about to run out, and you need to have one basket to win. And
So here we go, getting ready to kick off here. Eunice will be kicking from our right to left. Moon starting to fade behind some clouds off in the horizon. Looks pretty cool out there. Here goes the kick, and it's actually a good one. Right in the middle, skips down onto the ground, picked up just over the 30. Here comes Hot Springs.
Oh, beautiful
and
job.
A great tackle by, is that Trevino?
33, Trevino.
Yeah, Trevino with a great tackle. It's Brandon Trevino with an open field tackle.
That was a decent kick.
Yeah, for sure.
I
agree.
Whose kid is that, man?
I don't know. Maybe Charlie's.
He has his color, huh?
That's right.
Charlie's like, what? He was like, what? No. I was in the Navy.
That's right. I wasn't even in the States, 17, 18 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
He almost swallowed his gums.
That's right. Ball spotted at the 41. Hot Springs be going from our left to right. 1st and 10. 41-yard line, man in motion. They snap it back to the quarterback. He's looking past the whole way. He's going to tuck it and run. Got a bunch of people after him. They come up and hit him. Hawkins drags him down from behind and gets some help from
number 4, Coburn. Coburn got there a lot quicker, but he was pushed from behind, and there was no flag on that play.
Yeah, and you also had number 8, Ortega, in on that. So good job there by Ortega.
Got him a leg there, golf.
11:55 on the clock here in the first half. Hot Springs with a pickup of about 5. Ball spotted about the 46-yard line. They need to get across the 50 for a first down.
Oh, I know who's on the chain gang over there. You got Armendariz, Miguel, Boom, and that guy that's the sheriff. What's his name?
I don't know.
Well, thank y'all for being out there. I can't remember y'all's name. Oh, it's a Pat.
And they throw it out to that left side. The ball is overthrown, goes out of bounds. That'll make it third down. Sean Roach.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I see Sean Roach over there.
Yeah, Sean Roach. The guy has the numbers
video.
up. That's Joel Armendariz.
Okay.
Next guy is Miguel Romano. I don't know. I can't remember his last name at the moment. And you have Boom. Boom.
Like boom, boom?
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
All right.
They coach the youth league.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. They're probably holding them numbers because the high school lets them practice out here on the field and
Oh, no, they say they come up here and volunteer. they do the volunteer work.
They're like, hey, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Okay, so we're third and about 5. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
This guy.
There's the snap, looking down the field. They got a complete
Big
pass in
pass.
first down territory. And
There's
then
a
the ball
fumble.
pops out, but
Oh.
I think it was after they're going to call him dead.
Number 23 took him down. They're about the same size.
Yeah.
That was a good hit out there by Gomez. But he did get a first down.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that man was too easily. He was wide open.
Yeah, I agree. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line inside Cardinal territory. We've got a late substitution running out there.
58. Who is 58?
Armando Ijada Enriquez.
Enriquez. That's a mouthful.
Like a Rico Suave. Anyways, out there, we're ready. 11:05 on the clock. 21-0. Eunice in the lead. Hot Springs has the ball. First down and 10.
Second quarter.
There's some movement
movement
right
all
there.
over the place.
Man,
Kid was
there-
swinging his arms
Oh,
like
and,
crazy.
and we've got no flags.
No.
Man.
That kid was stood up, waved his hands like he don't care. No flag.
Yeah. I mean, he looked like he was at a Bad Bunny concert. And he was waving his arms around, jumping around. Or maybe it was Pepas.
It was Pepas.
I think Whitehead might have fell asleep for a second.
There was definitely some movement going on there. I mean, and that wasn't just like a kind of subtle
No,
movement.
it was
The
blatant.
lineman stood up and waved his arms like I moved, and then they kept playing.
We know last week they did a lot of that. There was a lot of movement behind the line.
So ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Second down, we'll call it 7. Hot Springs back on the ball. Here comes the snap, looking past the whole way, trying to run that little screen across the middle. They get it there, and there is a host of Cardinals that deliver the wood right
Number
there.
8 and 22, man. They
Ortega
are.
and 22 is Eli Lord.
And they were going crazy. I thought we would get a flag for a second.
They laid the boom and then jumped up and did some high-fiving, some hip bumping, chest bump. They were excited about that hit.
Well, good job, guys. Keep it up.
So now the chain gang shows 3rd and 5.
Chain gang. I don't even supposed to use that term, are we?
I think so. I think unless you're talking about the prison.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and about 5. Here we go. Ball snap. They're going to hand it straight up the middle. There's a whole host of Cardinals, but he breaks through, and he's got a big gap down the right side, all the way down inside the 10. He's chased down from behind by number 23, Luis Gomez. He gets a huge, huge pickup.
He did a beautiful job taking the right angle, avoiding that touchdown for Hot Springs.
Yeah, Eunice Gomez saved one there for the Cardinals. Did they change the rule? You know, like you'll notice Eunice's
Yeah,
field has the
that rule
25-25.
does apply. Look at the other team. It's just sometimes we.
Well, I've noticed in all of our games, our coaches and everybody, we just roll up. I mean, we're all the way down to like the 10-yard line.
And I don't know if they don't enforce it, but
We do a lot of interesting stuff like that where we just do what we want to because we're the Eunice Cardinals.
I'm not saying that.
I think so. 9:04. I did. 9:04 remaining here.
Oh,
They throw it
pass
over
to
into the corner, and that was the easiest throw and catch I may have seen ever.
Did
And
you
that
see
is a
that guy just
touchdown.
swipe off number 6?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, get off me, punk. Or, you know, Nakimbe Mutombo, not in my house. and
Exactly.
shaking his finger at him. And
Well, anyways, that was a touchdown
so touchdown,
for Hot Springs.
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs / future consequences.
So I'll update that
Get
here
on
in
the
the
board.
app. Let's see here. Let me do some looking. I got some people asking me what number is Tyson Jones. I show him to be number 41 if you're listening. I'll answer you back in a text message. I believe he's 41.
Yes, he is, according to this. chart that you printed out for us.
That don't mean it's right, because I guarantee you half the time I don't know come here from second. What just happened right there?
Extra point was good. The guy that sits behind the poles over there,
Oh, yeah?
instead of putting his hands up, he gives a thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
So it's something very unique, very different.
That's a new deal, too. Just give them the thumbs up. We'll send it back to the station for a word from our sponsors.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Feel like home? Think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful evening here in Eunice, New Mexico, where Hot Springs gets on the board. Now it's 21-7, and they'll be kicking off. Here comes the kick, and it skips up all the way back down inside the 25, and then we run up and fall on it.
That's Elgin Woods.
I don't know if he fell on it because he fell on his. He's hobbling big on that angle.
On something like that. I mean, Monday morning quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's struggling. So Elgin Woods looking injured. He looked to me like he tripped and fell on that ball. I don't know that he meant to dive on it.
I think that the reason it looks like tripping folk when you put pressure on that ankle or whatever it was, he just went straight down on it.
Yeah. So the ball, Cardinals have the ball, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. We're just under 9 minutes remaining in the first half. We're going to throw it out, a little bubble screen out to that right side.
Oh, he got lit up by number 1. That's a nice job for Hospital number 11.
Yeah,
give respect to that young man.
That was
Josh Tidwell?
Yeah, I don't know. Tidwell's this guy back here in the back. Is that
right, number 11, yes, sir.
Yeah,
with
okay.
the pink kind of red shoes.
So
strong
that's
safety.
2nd down. The ball spotted about the 31-yard line. So we got about 4 yards to go. Eunice looking past the whole way.
There he is.
They've got a man deep down the field.
Oh! In and out of his hands once again, number 5.
Thompson was 2 yards behind the defenders. He had him beat.
Hit him in
it
the
goes
hands.
in his hands, comes right back out again. He had another touchdown drop right there.
Where's Nick at? Get that boy some new contacts.
Maybe get some of them sticky gloves or something.
Last year, the first half of the season, he did that probably a half dozen times. And then at some point, I was told that they went and checked his eyes and ended up getting him some glasses. And then, man, he didn't drop another pass the rest of the season. And here today, we've seen 2 in the first half like that.
2 beautiful passes wide open, but he'll make it up here.
So here we go. Eunice back at the line of scrimmage. They snap it. They're going to hand it right up the middle to Trevino. He's got a big gap. He's all the way out to the 40. He's still on his feet over the 45, and he is fighting, rumbling, stumbling all the way to the 46-yard line.
He's just running over people, man. Running over people. Making twice off to tackle him.
That was a man run right there by Brendan Trevino.
Get out of my way, child, because I am coming to you.
1st and 10, Cardinals. Ball spotted at the 46. Trevino beside Melanson in the backfield again. Here's the snap. They're looking past the whole way, and they're sending everybody deep. They've got a man open. Ryan Castro, he catches it. He's down to the 10-yard line. 1st down, Cardinals.
I'm seeing something. Every receiver, like you said earlier, running straight, and they're all wide open. He can pick and choose.
Yeah, they've all got speed. Ryan Castro, Thompson, Mata for sure.
Yeah, you got to have speed in hand.
Those guys are fast. and so they're behind their men every time. So 1st and 10, ball spotted. Man, that's a terrible spot. I'm going to tell you right now. There wasn't a black and white within 30 yards of the ball, but they spotted it at the 13. So anyway, we'll say it's good. 7:40 on the clock.
Straight
We're going to run
quarterback
straight
sneak.
up the middle. They're still going all the way down. I see them at the 5. They'll probably spot it at the 9.5.
Probably at the 6.
So it looks like they're going to spot him at the 5. So I guess that's some good eyes that time. That's going to make it 2nd and about 2. They can actually get a 1st down before they get in the end zone.
I'll do it again right here. Just do a bull run. Oh, white hat.
Number 9 has to set out one play because of what?
His helmet came off.
Oh.
Anyways.
So
Timeout by the Eunice Cardinals.
the coach is headed out there to let the white hat have it. He's not happy with something, and the white hat motions for him to turn around, and now him and the white hat are going at it again. He went back to his huddle. The white hat came to the huddle. The coach came back out of the huddle, and now they're out there chest bumping. It looks like an umpire.
And he's still in his face. The
Yeah.
white hat. Walk
Yeah.
away, young man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
I'll leave it. I will, and I don't leave
Give
it
a
alone
shout out
very
to
often.
our newest and our greatest police department for the Eunice Cardinals. The Eunice PD is our newest sponsors here.
Yeah,
Did a good job. I chopped it all up. First time I do sponsors this season, and I do the cops. Now we get pulled over in a minute.
NMR Rental.
Home without a ticket.
Appreciate it. NMR Rental, BTH Services and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Parker Energy, City of Eunice, Redbird Gas. I saw Bart Parker down there a while ago. Eunice Public Supply, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic,
I don't feel
Eunice
so bad
Pump
now.
and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. Eunice is back out on the ball, 7:20 on the clock, 21-7 Eunice in the lead. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 5-yard line. It's second and about 2.
And we're missing a player, so we've seen Coburn out there. Number 4, he's going to be a receiver, I believe, or a running back. Oh, yeah, a little bit confusing. Let's not use another time out here, boys.
Yeah, I was going to say we called a timeout and we're still lost.
Oh.
Thompson, they snap it directly to him. He's trying to get around the edge.
No,
Now he's gonna turn around and he's going to lose a whole bunch.
All that does is give them a little bit of confidence. But once again, keep in mind we had to set our quarterback out one play due to the fact his helmet came off.
Well, and even after that long timeout, we still didn't have the right personnel on the field.
I mean, keep it simple. Hey, you know what? This guy had to sit out, get
that
the ball
Coach
run
Kimple?
straight forward.
Keep it simple, Kimple.
I guess so.
All right.
Kimple,
6:50. He's got that little dog chases him around all day.
We got
6:50
15
on
and
the
5.
clock. 3rd and 15. Ball spotted back about the 17-yard line. We've got all kinds of traffic on
Look at those guys
Malunton,
are fighting.
and he goes down.
There's a flag right there, and it should be for number 22. Tearing up Gomez, so they picked him up and threw him down like a rag doll.
I think they're
Oh,
busy
wow.
right now.
So
Good to
that's
see
not
the
even
other
the
one.
call. That's not even the call that we saw. They must not have called anything out there.
It's a face mask. That should be automatic first down, correct?
Yeah,
or am I wrong?
Well, it depends
15
on which
yards.
one of them it is. Because they have that
Oh,
incidental and the personal foul.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. I agree.
you
but
feel my pain for
yeah,
that?
absolutely. Let's see what we're doing
They
here.
missed a good one out there by the end zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you see me pick them up and threw them down like, what's
Yeah,
up?
that looked like some, what's it called,
WWE
Rowdy
or what?
Piper or whatever, WWE style out there. It's showing first down on
Right,
the.
not wrong.
But now they're going over there. Now they've changed it to 3rd down. So I don't know what's going on. I don't think the officials do either. Yeah,
Still 3rd down.
somebody told me that Darren Jones is out there wearing black and white, as crazy as everybody looks. We love Darren. We're just messing with you. But somebody did text me.
Oh, bad snap. Malanta picks it up off the ground. He rolls over to his right. Keeps rolling, throws it towards the end zone. Come back and gets it, and it should be a first down if they call it a catch.
Oh, they're
no
calling
catch.
it no catch out here.
And he threw it to Trevino, who had to come back and get it about 3 yards, but the ball was short because Melanton was running for his life.
Yeah, so that's going to make it 4th down and 10. 6:29 remaining here in the first half.
I was going to say, are we going to punt? Now we'll go for it right here.
A
little humor here, boys.
The extra point. So here we go. We're lined up, ready to go. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Alonson looking. He's got a ton of pressure coming after him, and he's going to go down, and he does. That looked like a leaky water faucet right there.
I was on that side, number 56, and not touch a soul who ran right by him for the Eunice Cardinals, and that's where the sack came in two times in the last 2 plays.
Yeah, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Hot Springs will take over with the momentum. It's 21-7 after they scored on their last set of plays.
That series for the Eunice Cardinals looked horrendous.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all. We looked discombobulated. I mean, we didn't have the people on the field after a timeout. A lot of things went wrong for us. Had some good plays, but just didn't put it together.
We need to stay focused just a little bit. As I throws his helmet down.
And so here we go. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 21. They're going to hand it straight up the middle. They've got a lot of running room and a lot of blockers. and they're going to be close to a first down. Ball going to be spotted right at the 30-yard line. It depends on whether it's a right foot spot or a left foot spot as to whether it's a first down.
And that was the right foot spot, right?
I guess so. It looks like they're going to place it. So second, about 6 inches.
They made a lot of yards out there. And their line are pulling it pretty quick and hitting our little guys pretty hard.
Yeah, they found a hole in our game, and they're exploiting it right now.
At this given moment.
6:05 on the clock here in the first half. Hot Springs back to the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Got a lot of pressure coming after the quarterback. They had him for a minute, then he got wide out. The ball's on the ground, but they come up with it. So a good job there by the Eunice defense.
Oh, Jonathan almost got a sack there.
Yeah, he wrapped him up. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride for a minute. Knocked the ball out of his hands.
Knocked the ball, but we call it timeout Eunice or Hot Springs.
Timeout Hot Springs. That's going to be third down and about 7. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful night here in Eunice, New Mexico. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush. We're bringing you some Eunice football here tonight as the Hot Springs Tigers have traveled across the state of New Mexico to face your Eunice Cardinals here in Eunice. It's 21-7, Eunice in the lead, 5:41 remaining in the first half, and the Tigers have the ball. It says third down and about 7. Looks like the ball spotted about the 24-yard line, and there is a whole bunch of movement
On the Hot Springs side?
both sides. Our people were across the line, but I think they moved first.
They might have jumped first.
Let's see who's going to make the call here. That's Moses, man.
Yeah. So false start on the Tigers. So that'll scoot them back 5, which will put it back about, that'll make it third down and about 11. Ball's now spotted about the 20.
Give a shout out to Moses Ornelas. He's out in the field working, but he's also listening and watching the game. So,
you know, it's amazing how many people I have tell me that they do that. That they like watching and listening, so they...
that's why this is such a perfect situation, man.
Absolutely. I agree. So here we go, 5:41 on the clock. Here's the snap. They're looking past the whole way. They got some pressure.
Oh, who got him now? Who was the first one there?
Man, there is a whole gang of Cardinals right there, and I can't see very good.
That was
number Jerry Hawkins.
Jerry Hawkins, number 36.
I see
30.
Number 30, which is Danny Garrett.
Another police officer.
Yeah, man, shoot.
They're wrapping him up, man.
You're in trouble when you got Hawkins and Garrett after you in the backfield.
They're
You must
breaking
have
the
broke
law.
the law. That's right. You fought the law, and the law won.
There you go. Big Bad John.
Shout out to the Eunice Police Department for that sack. It's going to make it
song.
4th and 12. That's a completely different
I
song.
threw it in there anyways, right?
4th and 12. Man, Hot Springs look like they're going for it.
Yeah, but they were missing a player on the field.
Quarterback snapping his arms up and down and mad. And here comes the – oh, no, they're punting. They got a guy. I missed that guy back there. It's a low skipper. They need to get it.
Come on, man.
Now we're going to get a
flag and
15-yard
additional.
penalty. Yeah, we got to pick those balls up, and we saw what happens that last time when we do. When we let those balls skip, that ball skipped 35, 40 yards, and now they're going to get 15 more probably on top of that.
So we're going to start off at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you got to come up and make those plays. And I know it's tough. I know it's scary, but we've got some great athletes back there.
And you see the different results. Once you pick it up, we scored a touchdown. The young man wasn't even touched just now. No, they looked at each other, let the ball roll, and we're back at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, they're picking the flag up, so.
They waved it off?
Yep.
Picked it off.
Well,
Yeah, so works for me.
they must have heard Jimmy Jones stomping his foot in here. That's a throwback, guys, if I
That's
remember
right.
him.
I used to stomp a little bit.
A lot. I mean,
So first down and 10. Ball's going to be spotted about the 36-yard line. Cardinals already ready to go. The ref blows the whistle, and here we go. Here goes Mata in motion.
oh,
They
53
fake
move.
it. They look around. They're looking downfield, and somebody must not be where they're supposed to be because there's nobody over here for him to throw it to, and he's going to run out of bounds and lose a yard or two.
That defensive line on that side is coming up wide open like if nobody's existing for the offensive line for the Eunice Cardinals.
Well, we faked that little end around and sent all of our momentum that way and rolled the quarterback this
There's
way.
nobody open.
But
There's nobody here?
the receiver that was out here was blocking the linebacker. So I mean, I don't know what was happening. My Apple Watch, I guess, heard me talking. And
Oh, I
it's saying,
thought a commercial going on.
it's saying it don't know what's going on. Here goes people running deep again. Melanson looking down the field, fires it into the ground for an incomplete pass.
Off his back foot. You see that activity there?
Man, Jose Calvillo just got away with one, and the ref's getting on him. He's chasing him back to the huddle. He just plowed a guy 2 seconds after the play was over.
No, right in front of the ref.
Man, right in front of everybody. That could have easily been another 15-yard penalty. Got to keep his head together.
And I think after the second one, doesn't he have to leave the game? I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's.
We don't want that, of course.
So here we go. 4:17 on the clock. It's third, and we'll call it 11. Ball spotted at the 35. We had a couple people maybe leave early, but we're going to chunk it deep. We've got a man down there. If he can get under, he does. Mata with a great catch, an amazing throw by Melanson, and a great catch by Mata for a first down, and that's a long one.
Yeah, that's a Randy Moss move out there. Melanson just threw it up in the air. Mata went up and got it. It came down. I like how he caught the ball and kept secure of it, and then was hit.
And it looks to me they're like they're down all the way to the 18-yard line. That's going to make it 1st and 10. Great throw, great catch. Melanson to Mata, the two M's, M&M's. Peanuts or non-peanuts, but that was a first down.
Both kind of crazy little peanuts.
So here goes the snap. Look and throw the whole way. They throw it out to Mata on the right
Good,
side. He's got a gap, and he's going to skip into the end zone. Touchdown, Maddox Mata.
You see those number 5 doing a great job, and Gomez out there. Thompson and Gomez doing a beautiful job getting a good block after getting it without being touched.
Yeah, that was a great play all the way around. Made up for the last trip down the field on offense.
I concur 100%.
3:51 remaining here in the first half. The Cardinals get on the board again. It's now 27-7.
So we're going to go for 2.
Back to 2. We've got our kicker still sitting over here with his leg in the air.
And on ice, huh?
Yeah, ice and the leg.
Who's that sitting beside him with that white shirt?
I can't
no
tell.
Snap. Melanson's rolling out for a save his life. He rolls over, throws it back towards the corner. Oh, it just barely misses Mata.
So no good on the 2-point conversion, but Eunice leads 27-7. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice, New Mexico, where the Cardinals have put 6 more on the board. It's 27-7 after the Melanson to Mata throw and catch for 6.
Beautiful job going out there, moving the ball, going back to the same receiver. He's feeling hot. Give it to him, let him score. That kid has ran back the ball off a punt.
Yeah.
Deep catches. Touchdown.
Yeah,
Money.
doing a little bit of everything right there for sure. Eunice getting ready to kick off. They've got Caballero out there kicking as Elgin Woods has been over on the side with his leg on ice. And that is a beautiful one if we can get to it.
Oh, get the ball, get the ball! The ball goes on, Eunice recovers it!
Got it. Eunice picks up the swift.
And guess by who? Trevino comes out there and picks it up. I'm sorry, Jones.
Oh, no, I think that's great.
It started off with the great kick high in the air towards the left side of the field. They couldn't handle the young man, hit him in his hands, came on the field. Eunice rushed towards the ball like they're supposed to and recovered it. It's beautiful, beautiful job.
So that's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Eunice Cardinals. Ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line.
Strike now. Give it. Where's Green Gloves at? He's not even on the field. Green Gloves. Oh, there he is.
He's probably getting some green Gatorade. If you need some green Gatorade, you can get some down at the Eunice Pump and Supply. They carry that kind of stuff so they can keep them people hydrated out on location of a Devon Energy well. Here's a snap. Melanson looking down the field.
He's going deep.
He's
going
got
for
a
the
chunk
jugular.
deep, and he's got a man. And
Thompson in and out of his hands once again. Once again, in and out of his hands. He's grabbing his gloves.
Thompson looking at his hands like he's praying, on a Sunday afternoon after a long Saturday
That would be
night.
like his 5th touchdown tonight.
That ball hit him right in the hands over in the corner. He'd have walked into the end zone
He could have backed, he could have moved and slide up in there.
He could have looked like Michael Jackson and moonwalked into the end zone.
Man.
So 3:38 remaining on the
But
clock.
that was a beautiful pass by the quarterback.
2nd and 10. They snap it back to Melanson. He's going to handle it to Trevino right up the middle. Trevino trying to find a space, and he didn't find
Our
anything.
line is not blocking at all.
He ducked in there and gets back close to the line of scrimmage.
He made something out of nothing because there was nothing there.
Yeah, you can tell he wasn't very happy with that one.
He was frustrated. I don't know at who or what or how come, but I can give a guess, but I'm going to be a gentleman on that.
So that's going to make it
years.
10 years. Yeah, I believe it. So here goes Eunice. They're lined up in the old school wishbone formation, and it looks like we've got movement.
Yeah, they got movement, and Thompson kind of made a motion. Let's kick the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, so what did they call here? Nothing? Oh, neutral zone. Okay, so we'll scoot it half the distance and play the PAT again.
Bull rush, man.
The bull, yeah.
Go back, man. We have a wall up
It
there.
looked like Earl Campbell.
There you go.
We're in the wishbone. Here it goes, and it's a big widespread wishbone. They're going to roll right, looking past the whole way. They throw it over into the corner.
Oh, beautiful job.
And he catches
Yes.
it in there. What a catch by Thompson. What a throw by Melanson with a lot of heat on him. 2-point conversion. It's good.
And he threw it off his back leg in that back corner. Thompson catches the ball with his fingertips, turns around, dances in the end zone. Outstanding job, young man.
35-7 here with 2:46 remaining in the first half. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
I want to send a shout out to Sean Stinson, part of that state championship last year. Sean sent me a message saying he'd be listening or be at the game, so appreciate you out there. The Cardinals put 8 more points on the board, 6 in the 2-point conversion. It's now 35-7 here in the first half, 2:46 remaining in quarter number 2. Rosendo, what do you think so far?
I love that series because everybody was involved. They start off with the kick, the onside kick. Everyone went out there and did their job. The whole team is performing. That whole series, the whole team performed.
Yep. So Jonathan Caballero back in there to kick. He's done a really good job at that little
He's done an
floating
awesome
poocher.
job, man.
And here it comes. He gets it up again. It's way high.
Look at that. Nobody's there. Get it,
And it's
come
on the
guys.
ground again. The Cardinals are down there.
They're
The ball's
recovering. Who
still
covered
on the ground, and the Cardinals have
Cover it.
The Cardinals Cardinals have recovered. I can't tell who that is.
That's
That looks
number
like
14.
14. We got to get that man, Luis Soto.
It's a Luis Soto went out there. He's a senior, man.
Luis Soto recovers the pooch kick after it's caught and then fumbled because the first man hit him. It's 35-7, and the Cardinals are knocking at the door again.
That kicker's kicking it high in the air. It gives the runners enough time to get there and hit
Man,
somebody.
I tell you, he must have been at home working on that height with his papa in the backyard.
I guess
Eunice
so,
has the
man.
ball. Melanson gets the snap. He's rolling right, looking
Wide
down the
open.
field. He's got Mata. He throws it to Mata. Mata makes a nice catch and then tiptoes the sideline out of bounds for a good pickup.
Did you see how high he went up and got that ball?
Yes. Yeah, Melanson was in the air there like he looked like MJ.
Yeah, Mata was up in there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mata.
And he was smart enough to come down quickly, put his feet down, make sure he's in bounds.
That's right. So Eunice back to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted about the 20-yard line. It's second down, and we'll call it 3. 2 receivers wide to the left. That's Castro and Mata. Melanson and Trevino in the backfield. He's looking deep the whole way, and he's got a man again. And they throws it into the end zone, and that is the touchdown, Thompson.
Beautiful job on the hesitation on the quarterback. He faded out one way, pumped it the other way, and just threw it back in the back corner by
And you know what I was most impressed with was that throw is instead of throwing it straight to the corner, because the defender was between him and the quarterback, when he let it go, he threw it more over into the middle and let Thompson use that speed to turn the corner and come back across and catch it. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. It's 41-7 Cardinals.
And normally you don't see those throws unless you're a sophomore, senior, and this young man's a freshman.
Yeah, I have been saying that I thought he was the future and maybe the present. And I even mentioned last year I wouldn't mind seeing him play some high school football last year. But 2:28 remaining here in the first half. Eunice going for 2. They float one back over into the corner, and I think they cut it.
He did. He was battling with that young man. They're holding each other. Gomez went up there. It's like a jump ball. Wow. Out of the air. So this is mine. I should score tonight.
Melanson was in trouble. The pocket just collapsed, and he just right before he went down threw it up into the back corner like a jump ball, and Gomez came down with it.
That comes when he knows what the wide receiver is supposed to be running, and he's trusting him, throwing the ball, letting them do their job.
So we greatly appreciate all the listeners out there. Got a lot of people listening. Let's send it back for a quick word from a sponsor.
Eunice Schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice Schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knowmark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush. Want to shout out to the quarterback from last year and the state 2A football player of the year in Conacher Pierce. He's
another pooch and the ball on the floor.
We pooched and the ball was down again, but they pick it back up and the Cardinals make the tackle at about the 23-yard line.
Jonathan's doing an outstanding job. I'm very, very proud of him.
We're going to spot it at 26 or 7. Anyway, 2:18 remaining here in the first half. 43-7, Eunice in the lead. The Cardinals defense headed out onto the field.
This is the first time we've probably seen in this quarter go out. Well, it's probably the second time, but with all those pooch kicks, we have recovered and done a good job with that. So
those high kicks are being hard.
They're hard. Must be them lights getting in the eyes. That moon's getting in their eyes for Hot Springs.
Hot Springs heads to the line of scrimmage. They've got 2 receivers wide each side. Quarterback in the backfield in that shotgun formation. Ball spotted about the 27-yard line. Here's a snap. They hand it straight up the middle to JJ. And JJ gets, we'll call it 4.
It was 24 and 80. Is that 81? Finally said his name. Jonathan and
81 is Caden Jacobson.
That's the first time we say his name tonight, man.
Yep.
He's shaking his arm a little bit, huh? Like, probably got that little funny bone.
Yeah, you get that thing hit, and it'll make you
numb up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, you'll be shaking around looking like one of them background dancers in a Michael Jackson Thriller video.
I thought you were going to say Soul Train. I mean, man, you say that you're going to just all in this press.
You'll be like, no. Anyway, So
what was his name? Williams? What was his name?
Soul Train?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know, but I know some Soul Train. Don't make me break down, start dancing right here.
What type of Soul Train we talking about, man?
If he does that, I'm getting it on video.
Soul Train.
You said little train coming out.
Yep, here we go. All right, here's the snap. They're going to hand it straight up the middle again. That's JJ. JJ gets swarmed by a flock of Cardinals, and he's going to get to about the 32-yard line. He might have picked up a yard.
Beautiful job. Good game tackle back there. Got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Clock ticking down under 30 seconds here. Hot Springs slowing down. I think they're going to be content trying to let this clock run on down and get into halftime without any more damage.
And keep in mind, we have a full crowd tonight because of homecoming and go ahead, I'm sorry.
They called a timeout now, but that one receiver was out there waving his arms at the coach. He was upset that they were going to let the clock run out. He was not happy. He's still waving his arm at the coach. Looks like he's arguing with the coach over there.
And he has a point because he's been open all night.
So with
big guy.
13 seconds remaining here in the first half, Eunice leads 43-7. We've got a timeout on the field. Let's leave it here so we can go over some of these sponsors. I like playing the little sponsor parts, but I also like to shout out to some of these folks. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Davis and the Myers family, we appreciate what you guys do and have always done. And even though you're not here in Eunice as much as you used to be, we miss you and we appreciate you. Eunice Pump and Supply, the Nogelmeyers and Matthews family, as good a people as you'll find in this town. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Elmer Romero, Nikki, Brian, Elma, everybody down there, we appreciate you guys and all that you do. Aaron, Eunice Public Schools, the school board, my man Recindo Caballero, part of that group, Dwayne Haynes. I saw Cynthia Sims sitting right here, right alongside my man Floyd. He's down there. He's thinking, dang it, I wish I was at a Tech game. Anyway, appreciate them.
You know he is, huh?
Redbird Gas, Bart Parker. I saw him down wearing his alumnus wrist, former state champion here in Eunice. The city of Eunice, Billy Hobbs, he's over there on the mic. We appreciate you guys. My wife, one of those counselors, appreciate you guys. Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, they were involved in the homecoming parade. They're involved in everything, so we appreciate them. Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dean Davis talked to him earlier today.
Right here on the right side of us.
Devin Energy, Bryce Jenkins and crew, BTH Services, Chad Howler, NMR Pipeline, Del Bettis, Billy Thrash, and the Eunice Police Department. There's a long pass after the timeout down the field, and it is going to be incomplete.
Broken up by Ashton McCullough.
And the clock is running.
Wow,
that's why he was so upset, because he wanted to pass.
Yep.
Why would the clock run on the incomplete pass?
I think once they're up 35, is that 30? Yeah, I think that's the case. So anyway, that's the end of the first half. We've got an interesting halftime. We've got a lot of different festivities. We've got all the homecoming stuff. We're going to try to stick around and cover some of that. I'll do some jabbering if the guys want to get a drink or whatever. We'll put the camera out there. If Charlie wants to film, he can. If he wants to stick it out in the middle, that's okay too. But we'll talk a little bit about that and talk about the different kids once they get out here in just a few minutes. It's homecoming in Eunice. Halftime, 43-7. Eunice leads over Hot Springs. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to listen to the float contest here. The sophomores are in fourth place. Third place, we'll see. The freshmen ended up in third place in the float contest. Second place, this is the big drum roll.
The seniors won it.
The seniors won it. My daughter's going to be disappointed. She was like, Dad, look at theirs. All they did was stick some flags in the corner. They didn't do anything, Dad. We're going to win for sure. And she ends up second, and I would say senior privilege right there.
Privilege. Mr. Jones, I'm going to excuse myself. My son is on the court. I'm going to go down there and sit with my wife so I can enjoy
good.
the family.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to stay on here. We're going to talk a little bit about the homecoming court. Let some of those folks that weren't able to make it kind of know who's who. Joyce Hadley Woolley sent me over some information earlier. She said she wanted to give a shout out to the 1962-63 Eunice Cardinals. Said Eunice beat Hot Springs for the regional championships 20-13. They then had to go play up at Kirkland Central for the state championship. They beat Kirkland Central 6-0 that year.
Wow.
And won the state championship. So my how times have changed as far as school size.
That sounds like a defensive game.
Absolutely.
6-0.
Another thing that she gave me here is the former high school principal in the late 60s, retired in the mid-70s, Edsel Chernut, played football for the University of Oklahoma back in the 1930s. She says that he set a record because he played offense, defense, and a position on every special teams play for, I guess, his entirety in all of his 4 years at Oklahoma. He never missed a game and never missed a play.
Wow.
And they have him in the Oklahoma OU football, the Sooner Hall of Fame up there. Edsel Chernut, a former Eunice person who never missed a play.
Wow.
All both ways, kickoff, return, and said they have a little thing for him in the OU Hall of Fame. So, or their
stamina.
museum.
That's the stamina there.
Yeah, so pretty neat deal. Like I said, I get information here back and forth from folks. I mentioned some family names earlier, some long-time Eunice family names that have had huge success here in Cardinal sports. Can't mention family names without talking about the Gladdens. I got Randy Gladden here sending me a message saying that Hobbs 35, Lovington 12 in the second quarter. So thank you, Randy, for that information. Greatly appreciated. So the two sides are out here lining up. The two sides. The homecoming court is out here lining up. I took a photo today from the school site just so that I would maybe know who everybody is. It looks like the freshman attendants are Jazzy Klaus, and Elijah Malanta, and this quarterback phenom that I've been talking about so much. Sophomore attendants are Hyan Castro, another one of our great football players, and Alondra Maureen, one of our volleyball starters. Junior attendants are Lillian Parsons and Kevin Garcia. Of course, Lillian Parsons is a juggernaut on our volleyball team. She's a great player. For those that don't know Lillian Parsons, she is the cousin of Caitlin Parsons that was our star center last year on our basketball team that made it all the way to the Final 8 in the state basketball tournament. The funny thing is, she moved here to come to school with the cousin. Cousin moved back where they came from,
Yeah.
and so now Lillian's here. She's doing a great job. I've been really impressed with her on the basketball court. Kevin Garcia is her escort. He's the one that, my understanding, what I was told, and I'm no medical professional, and it's no HIPAA stuff for me, is that he broke his femur, fractured his femur in that game the other day. That is a serious, serious break. They say that's one of the most painful breaks that you can get. Anyway, senior queen candidates are Tinley Acosta, Jasmine Martinez, and Vivi Ornales, all starters on our volleyball team. Greatly appreciate them. They're all good young ladies. The senior king candidates are Eli Lord and Jonathan Caballero. I was told Brandon Trevino was the other one, and he decided he didn't want to mess with all of it and said, y'all can do all that stuff. I ain't into it.
I
So,
didn't want to go there.
yeah. So anyway, those are the folks. Jonathan Caballero, Eli Lord as your senior king candidates, Tinley Acosta, Jasmine Martinez, Vivi Ornales as senior queen candidates. They're doing something a little different this year. Last year, the pairs, as they went out there, you voted for a pair. This year, some power that be decided that they weren't going to do it that way anymore. You could vote for any female you wanted and any male that you wanted. So now you could end up with two couples that come out there together and one of them getting it and another one not getting it. So it'll be interesting.
That's a first.
Last year, for those of you that weren't here, last year the queen is Maribel Lopez, and the interesting thing about that situation was we had just had the incident where Jorge Ontiveros' father had passed away. Maribel Lopez and Ovi Ontiveros, our boy, won the king and queen. Ovi immediately took his crown, gave it to Jorge, who was his cousin, who had a rough week that week. They had buried his dad that week, and said, hey, if I win, he had already told Miss Davis, I don't know whether I'll win or not, but if I do, I'm going to turn and give all my stuff. So he handed over his king crown and all his stuff to Jorge. Jorge's playing college baseball at USW over in Hobbs. Just a great young man. We're proud of him, and just a good young man. Maribel Lopez is attending school at New Mexico State, and she is here today. I saw her here in the parade. So pretty interesting group. So they are announcing all the folks right now, and all the young ladies and men are starting to walk out onto the field. Got a great crowd here today. I've seen a lot of people that from years gone by out here in the audience. Trying to look. I see Rance Colburn sitting right here. He's a former Eunice Cardinal state champion. Right underneath me, and I might spit and it might land on his head, but it's Brett Parker. And if I've ever seen a good-looking head on somebody, it's Brett Parker's head, because we see some good noggins, and that's a good-looking noggin right there from Brett Parker. So Brett's got his grandson there with him, and old grandson, he's a John, and if you don't know any John Parkers, then you're not from Eunice, because there's a heck of a whole bunch of those. Although this grandson Parker is not a full-blown John Parker, but he's got that John Parker blood in him. So he's a pretty neat little character. I saw him over playing some golf today. He was golfing in the front yard. So we'll give a thumbs up to Brett and Penny. Yeah. The poor Hot Springs side's a little empty, but the thing about their side is, like we've talked about before, it's such a long ways over there.
Very long drive.
Yeah. So anyway, they're still doing the introductions here. I want to shout out to the Coles. They've been down here all season taking pictures of these Cardinals, and I got to tell you, I've been really, really impressed with the photos they're taking of these kids. I love their work, the photos they're taking of the kids. I see Vernon Constantino out there as well. Vernon out there taking some pics, but I'm going to tell you, the Coles have been at most everything, junior high, high school, taking photos. The only thing that I'm a little jelly of is I seen them at 2 morning volleyball games, and I got a volleyballer out there playing. So Coles, we love you. We're giving you a shout out when you see you at some volleyball games, getting some of these cool action shots like you're doing with so many of these. I mean, man, they've taken some great pictures, so we appreciate them. So they are getting ready to announce the homecoming. They're still going through each individual. When we get a little closer to announcing the Queen and King, I'll pause for that. I want to shout out to some sponsors again. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Davis and the Myers family. Eunice Pump and Supply, the local Myers and Matthews. Eunice Health Clinic, too many to name, but Leanne, Nikki, Elma, Brian, Aaron, all the gang down there. The Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, the City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Brett and Penny, who are sitting right below us, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dean Davis, who's over to the right, Devon Energy, BT8 Services and Rental, Chad Haller, NMR Pipeline, LLC, Dale Bettis, Billy Thrash, and KCR Cedas and the Eunice Police Department. We appreciate you all. You guys make it possible for us to do these free broadcasts. Today, right beside us, we've got another broadcast company that's here covering this game.
And it costs money.
And it costs money.
It costs money.
That is the neat thing about us and what we do. We've got such great sponsors around here that we provide every single one of our games. Boys, girls, sports, almost everything, depending on, unless the home teams won't let us.
Right.
We do it for free. So all of you get to watch your kids if you can't make those long trips or even the short trips. And so we couldn't do it without those sponsors. We appreciate you.
We wouldn't be here without you guys.
I tell a story all the time last year about one of the playoff games we went to where another school, and I won't say who, where they ran up to us and said, "We don't have that oil money like y'all. Shut that video off. We charge for people to watch our games. We have to use that money to fund our school." And they made me shut the video off. But here we do it for free. We appreciate the sponsors and appreciate everybody watching.
Yep, 100%.
So it looks like they've still got, they just did Jasmine Martinez and Jonathan Caballero. I saw my man Rosendo down there with the red cheeks. He was smiling, a little teardrop rolling down his eye. His senior, John, was out there. He's got his sister over here cheering for him too, making videos and pictures. This is Tinley Acosta that's walking out there now. Tinley is a great young lady, just a well-mannered young lady, just a good kid. And man, as far as sports go, she'll get out there and give it 110% and do everything you can or she can to win. And that dress, her dress is extremely sparkly.
Very sparkly.
And I noticed that Jasmine's is, and then of course you've got this bright green one over here that I have to put my shades on. Eli Lord is her escort. Eli's Dustin's one of Dustin's boys. So good Lord family. Good Lord. Good Lord, that family. Lots of Lords, and so we appreciate them as well. Let's see. I am trying to, when you put these headsets on, it's sometimes hard to hear what they're saying. So they're getting ready to crown the king.
Yeah, we're getting close.
So Maribel Lopez is strolling out here.
Oh, they got another one.
Yeah, that's Maribel over here. She's strolling out. So Maribel's going to school at New Mexico State. Maribel and Ovi were boyfriend, girlfriend for many, many years, and made the hard choice to go to separate colleges. Both of them going to D1 colleges, and I know that's been tough on them both, but both great young kids, and I know they stay in regular contact.
Well, it's tough, but you got to follow your path, and I'm proud of both of those kids.
Absolutely. So Maribel heads out onto the field. They're getting ready to announce.
As well as flowers for the queen.
So let's see what they say.
2022 for homecoming queen and king are Jasmine Martinez
and Jonathan Caballero. There's something about this booth. Last year, Ovi got that was ours, and this year it's little Caballero, who is the homecoming king.
Getting all the paraphernalia.
That's right. That's right. So Jasmine, the queen. Jasmine's another one with long Eunice ties here to this community. Rosendo, little Rosendo, Jonathan.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to stay in the booth with
Man, yeah, he was already happy about them kickoffs. Now he's liable to. His head's gonna swell up. He's gonna push us plumb out the door.
He's the father of a king.
That's right. That's right. The king and the kicker.
And a good kicker. For sure.
So Jonathan and Jasmine, two great young folks. They are your king and queen, and there was even a smooch. I saw a smoocher.
I think I did.
You know, look at Rosendo down there with a big old grin on his face. He's smiling from ear to ear.
Where's Rosendo
His
at?
ears are red. He's right over here.
Oh, he's down here video.
Yeah,
Let's see if we
he's
can
filming and whatnot. Ears are turning red.
get him. Rosendo, we got
Yeah,
you,
there you
buddy.
are.
There
We got you on camera, Rosendo. Look at them red ears. He's all blushing. Got a little teary. He's teary-eyed right now. Now he's gonna stand up so he can zoom in.
Zoom in and get,
And Deandra, so that we can get final pictures and get the boys back to finishing business.
So
in
they're
Cardinal Nation.
they're getting up here to take a group picture. Rosendo's like, I gotta run down there and get me a
run down there
close
and
up.
get a close up.
He'll probably take a selfie over his shoulder with Rosendo Jr. standing out there with his crown on. So anyway, there's our king and queen homecoming festivities. You know, I got a lot of information here with different people sending me stuff to talk about. You know, I'll some of it I'll get to talk about, some of it I won't. Trying to look and see if I had an update. The last update I show is 36-12 Hobbs. 2 minutes left in the first half. See if there's any others. Artesia.
Hobbs is doing well this year.
Man,
too.
they look pretty good. Coach Stevens is taking that Eunice momentum on up to the Eagle Land and doing business for sure. So, you know, we wish them well. Let's see here. And, you know, it's funny because Lovington, not so much. Now, granted, Lovington plays an incredibly tough schedule.
Oh, yeah.
They play Artesias and Carlsbads and Hobbses, and I mean, they play a tough schedule. And by the time they get into their classification, they're always salty. But they may be over right now.
Yeah.
In fact, if they lose tonight, they may be over 4. And I'm not 100% certain. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mind because I'm not certain. But I think that they may be over. So, but once again, like I said, I'm not dogging them because they play some quality teams. Some other interesting information here. Boise State up 7-0 on the New Mexico Lobos in the second quarter. We have Roger Carrion from Jal that played for Jal last year that's playing for Boise State this year. I was looking through these scores just seeing if there was anything else that stuck out at me. Raton 21, Tucumcari 0 in the first quarter. Raton is a different level this year.
Right.
Let's see here. Any other interesting scores as I'm flipping through here trying to look for stuff? I don't see much else. So anyway, we'll send it back for a word from our sponsors for a few minutes before we get ready to get going in this second half.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back.
All right, now we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We were having a tough time with our buttons for just a minute.
It's called technical difficulties.
Yeah, they tried to kick an onside kick. I don't know what happened. It looks like Eunice is going to end up getting the ball. We're getting ready to start the second half. It's 43-7, Eunice in the lead. We have a new king in town, and I think he's sitting beside me. He's got a prince out there wearing a crown.
God, he does.
Rosendo Caballero, he's the king. Jonathan's got to be the prince, because when Rosendo walked in the booth a while ago, his head had to have been about 4 inches wider than it was when he walked out a while ago.
That's just a proud moment as a father, man. It's one of those things
get a new headset.
That's right. That's right.
Have to stretch this one out,
We'll
huh?
get him a bigger one for sure. Now, congratulations. Very cool deal. And Jasmine Martinez is your queen. So here we go to start the second half. It's 1st and 10. Cardinals with the ball at the 42. They hand it straight up the middle to Trevino, I believe.
I believe you're right.
And he's going to pick up about 5.
It's crazy because that ball went almost straight to his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a bad snap, I think, unless that was on purpose. It's going to make it second down. We'll call it 5. Ball
doesn't
spotted
look
at
like-
the 47.
Sorry, walk over. It doesn't look like Trevino. It looks like 34 from here. 34?
Which would be Maddox Coward. Is that right?
It's either 34 or 24. It's 34. Yes, sir. It's 34.
Maddox Coward.
I have never heard that name before.
It says here he's a freshman.
So we got 2 freshmen out there.
So here's the snap. They throw it out here to the right side. That's Mata. Mata's got some
wide
room.
space. He's wide
and
open.
He's going to break it.
Turn and burn,
He's in
babe.
there.
Turn and burn. He's
gonna
gone.
clear the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Maddox Mata.
And that's ball game, ain't it? Breakaway speed. He got past the line of scrimmage to give him the ball in his hands, and he was gone.
Do you have to be up 50?
I believe so.
50.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's, they have 7.
So
I
they're
got
going to have
7.
to. They need to get this extra point here and
Man,
then
I
put
can't
another
even-
one on the board.
I can't even do math now. I'm so
Man,
excited.
his head's so swollen. His math is all messed
Squeezing his
up.
brain.
Huh?
Everything's echoing in my brain.
So the Cardinals in the second play of the half, a long touchdown pass like we've been seeing the whole game.
Oh, John's
Mata-
going out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say Mata takes the pass from Melanson and goes all the way.
So John is coming out of retirement to try to kick a field goal here tonight as well.
We're 53 seconds into the second half.
Yeah.
Jonathan Caballero heads out here, the young kicker who was a kicker for a while and then retired, and now he's been brought out of retirement, and there goes the whole team. I'd take a practice
Yes,
whack,
practice kick.
but he didn't. He said, I'll save it for the game.
You don't want to show that cannon off,
That's
huh?
right. That's right.
Well, he looked good. He went after a good approach, had momentum going forward if I can second guess it. So
So they're going to move up half the distance to the goal line.
our number 20 on our side over here on the right side was moving, rocking.
Yep.
They didn't call it on us. They called it on Hot Springs. So that's a blessing in disguise there.
So 11:07 remains here in quarter number 3. It's 49-7. Caballero back for the kick. Hyan Castro will be the holder. It looks like Hot Springs going to send all the Tigers. They got all the kitty cats coming after us. They like them Cardinal birds. Here's the snap. The ball's placed down. It is a high hooker. It's headed over for the...
It was bad, but it looked good in the air.
It was headed for the dadgum field house. I think it's still going.
It's still going, but I thought the wind was gonna push it over.
Hey,
They could hit that moon up there.
that guy's the king. He can't do everything right. I mean, he deserves to have a little slip up
Yes,
there.
he does. I thought he was playing the wind. Look at the flags, but I don't know.
Flags are at half staff. I'm assuming that's because of the Queen.
Yeah.
You know, as I told some folks the story the other day, I was born in the United Kingdom, just miles from where the Queen passed away. My family was originally from here in Eunice, but my dad worked for Halliburton. He was doing offshore drilling in the North Sea, and so I was born while they were over there in Aberdeen, Scotland. And anyway, so I thought that was kind of an interesting connect. And I was a United Kingdom citizen until I was 18. I was a dual citizen, had to decide which way I wanted to go.
You chose America?
Man, there was no choice there. I decided I was American. But
American, huh?
anyway,
And
so
Nick Freeman too, huh?
yeah, R.I.P. to the Queen. Got a king over there now.
King Charles.
And we got a king right here in Eunice. He's a Caballero, King Caballero.
King Caballero.
Yep, King John.
There you go.
Big
King
Bad
John.
John. 11:07 remaining here in the third quarter. 49-7, the Cardinals in the lead. Eunice gets ready for the kickoff. Looks like they're going to let Caballero take a big long run at this one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's going to boom it down the field. It's a good kick. He
And
kicks it all the way
Hot
down
Springs
inside
is not
the
getting
20. Here
underneath
comes Hot Springs, and he is taken down quickly by
come over here, number 14.
14.
Luis Soto again got
yeah.
tackled out there. He's coming out tonight.
Yep, he's having a coming out party. Soto is.
Good job. Going out taking advantage of the playing time he's getting.
So ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Hot Springs slow to get out there and set up their offense. Eunice looks like they're trying to sub a few of the youngsters into different spots.
They got somebody coming out Gomez.
They've got 13 people on the field, what I just counted.
They won't have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
They got
6,
John
7,
coming out.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they
A lot
had
of
13
upperclassmen
people.
coming out.
They had 13 people on the floor or on the field. Now they're down, I think, to 11. So we'll see if flags fly. We'll know. My vision's getting bad. They're going to run it straight up the middle.
big
That's number
33.
33.
And
And he's
making
still
some
on his
yards.
feet. That's JJ. And a Cardinal got picked up and slammed over there on the far side.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
horrible.
who that was.
That's number for the Eunice Cardinals is a little guy. I think it's 11. Could be wrong. I don't think we don't have an 11.
What is that? You know who that is, I think? I think that was Tyson Jones. I think that's a Jones right there. That's my cousin's little
That's
fella.
old Josh, huh?
He's a little freshman. Looks just like his daddy did. Little
At that
short
age?
fella, yeah, got that bubble booty and them like tree trunks for legs, ready to run somebody over. That little sucker, he's
gonna be a good running back.
man,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's a monster from the waist down. I'm
He's a
telling you.
freshman this year?
Yes, he is. 9:30 on the clock. There he is. He's in that linebacker spot, and here he
Oh,
comes.
that
He's
sure
like
is
going
him,
after
huh?
the quarterback. They complete the pass, and it's a
Oh!
my goodness. There was a lot of whacking that went on right there.
That was a
3
good-
Cardinals collided right
other.
here. One Cardinal's hobbling around. He looks like he's going to go to the wrong huddle. 3 of them collided, knocked each other down. The ball runner come out of there, and then
Number 6, Ashton.
Oh, that was a hit.
Yeah, he wrapped him up and threw him down again.
Austin McCuller.
McCullough.
Yeah, he comes in and delivered the pain.
Good job. And that kid only made, 3 yards?
Yeah. So 8:55 remaining on the clock. Eunice up 49-7. Ball spotted about the 42-yard line. The Tigers headed to the line of scrimmage. It's 1st and 10.
So they have a lot of young men out there playing.
Good
Yeah.
experience, too.
And homecoming night. Very nice.
So here's the snap. They hand it up the middle, and a great play there by,
81.
is that 81?
Yes, sir.
81 is Caden Jacobson. He gets through into the backfield, hits the running back before he's got a chance to go anywhere.
We call his name once or twice every time we watch him play, so he's doing a good job. Great is that young man in it? 81. He's a sophomore.
Where did my man Tyson Jones go? They done pulled him back out?
No, he's right there in the thick. He's like the third one over Like the center linebacker.
I got to get me some glasses. I left my glasses at home. I'm squinting, looking out the door.
My vision's kind of blurry, but it's because
And
of tears,
especially
buddy.
through this, buddy, I can tell you, it looks like we had a sandstorm on this glass, so I'm having to lean over here into Rossendo's
Get
lap.
hold of
He's
somebody on
whispering
that.
sweet
Okay.
nothings in my ear.
You sit in my lap.
He's a little excited over that halftime ceremony. I'm scared.
Get him,
Anyway, they've got it. They've got a lot of heat on the quarterback. Here they
We
all
got a
come after
sack.
him. And who is that? Is that
81 again.
81? That is Jacobson, right?
Yes, Jacobson. We need to memorize that name.
Caden Jacobson, the sophomore, with a fantastic tackle, a sack in the backfield. Ball spotted at 35.
He chased him, what,
Quarterback gets
15
up.
yards, threw him down.
Yeah.
Quarterback's limping, too.
Give me a timeout.
Timeout, Hot Springs. 49-7. Tracy Davis up here in the bleachers chasing kids out of the reserve section. She's telling them she wants to see their tickets if they're going to sit there. They've got to go. They got to go sit somewhere else.
Yeah, that they do. They got to pay extra for these red
That's
seats.
right. That's right. You can't sit here. I don't care if 3/4 of them are empty. By God, you go sit over there. And then,
It's like when you go to a pro
that's
game,
right. You go sit somewhere else.
On a blowout games like this is good at homecoming night. That way these younger guys can get in there and get playing experience. They can play in front of their parents or their grandparents who came down
yeah,
for homecoming.
Yeah, all these cousins and alumnus and everything else that are here to watch.
Because they can also have a moment like you just said. That kid looks just like his daddy at that age.
That's right. That's right. Want to shout out to some sponsors. Maddox Coward is Steve Dean's grandson. Steve Dean was a Haas. He's a freshman and a good young man. That come from Rodney Lord. I appreciate that information. And I ran into Steve Dean last week over there in Ropes, Texas, and he told me that. My brain don't work half the time and I forgot it, but I
start
appreciate
taking
that
notes, man.
information. Either that or some of that, what's that pill that you take to make your brain
ginkgo
work
biloba?
better? Not the blue one, the other one.
I don't know.
The one that that
Yeah,
guy,
blue
Ron,
one don't make your brain work.
Yeah, it makes your brain work. That's what I need to work is my brain. 7:19 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 49-7.
I'm biting my tongue here, Jones.
Hot Springs headed to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 35. It's third and a long way. They're looking deep all the way. They're going to float it down the field. They got a man.
Wrap him up, guys.
He was hit by
Initial hit was by 22.
22. That's Eli Lord that comes up. Speaking
hit
of
him, but-
Lords.
He hit him, but he didn't wrap him up.
That's right. I see a number 77 running out there onto the field. That is Jaden Sims. Another one of them. Sims got long ties to Eunice.
Big old boy, too, huh?
I'm telling you. How big old boy are you?
Big old boy.
That's no
Sims,
cassette errors, huh?
he's a sophomore. Got him listed at 300. That's a lineman right there. He's
300
down in the
change,
nose guard. He's ready. He's looking in.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
he run right through
Oh,
him.
my
He's
God.
got
Oh!
He almost had a sack. Sims was coming through there. He was like, I'm about to make me a sandwich.
That
And,
kid almost had him.
Man, he went
dude.
right through, split the
waded right
defenders, pushed the offensive lineman out the way.
That was nice, man.
Woo! That
Hey,
was nice from Sims.
Keep him in. Keep him
I'm
in.
telling you.
There you go. There's a
All
flag
right.
on the play or what?
I don't know.
No,
It looks like it's not. So it's going to be second down, and we'll call it a foot. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. 6:05 remaining here in quarter number 3. Eunice in the lead, 49-7. It's homecoming. We just got a new king. That's Caballero, King John. And we got a new queen, Queen Jasmine. So
Queen Jasmine, huh?
That's right. So we got those guys going on. We've got a lot of football being played here.
We got a new
alumnus.
kicker, too, tonight?
Oh,
on the
yeah.
field?
Yeah, we do. He kicks it right over there to that field house. And it
The extra point, huh?
put some air
That
under it.
kickoff kick, now, that's a good
He's doing a good job on the kickoff.
Oh, man, amazing. All right, Hot Springs heads to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. They're looking
There
past
he is.
the
There
whole
he
way.
is. Oh, he misses his leg.
Oh, and they float it down the field, and it is going to be a touchdown. Hot Springs. Sims had him in the backfield. 2 plays in the game. He's almost had the quarterback, both of them.
And that quarterback gave him a high five because he almost had him.
Yes. Yes.
Good try, kid.
That's a blown coverage by number 14 for the Eunice Cardinals, Luis Soto. Playing out there, he kind of blew that coverage. That's how they scored that touchdown. So here they go. I think they're going to go for. No, they're going to kick a field goal, right?
Oh, they're in that swinging gate. So
Oh,
they're
so it
coming
is.
out in the swinging gate.
They're lining up to kick.
Yeah, they're in the swinging gate because
Yep.
they got all these people over here, the one out there, the kick little group. So they'll either side snap it over here. Yep, that's what they're going to do. And then they run the little option. They got a little space.
Oh,
and
there
I
you
think we
go.
took them
Good job.
down. So we tore up the swinging gate. Artesia 57, Belen 7, over at halftime due to a 50-point rule from my man Dan Bryant. I'm going to tell you, Dan Bryant pulled a fast one on me years ago. And then after that, I watched him pull it on a lot of people. Dan Bryant, for those of you that don't know, is a heck of a Danny Bryant. Longtime cop here in Eunice,
Yep.
ended up becoming the chief of the Lovington Police Department. He was a heck of a ball player in his day. Well, by the time I was in my late teen days, I thought I was a pretty good ball player. That guy, he had bad knees and all this stuff, but he'd do some weird stuff. He'd like post you up, stick the ball in between his knees and hold it there, and then throw his hands up in the air, and you'd be turned around looking like, where'd the ball go? And then he'd turn around and shoot a layup behind you, and you're like, where'd the dang ball go? Dan Bryant, yep. So anyway, appreciate you listening to us out there, Danny. Miss you. Hope everything's well with you. Good man for sure.
Yeah, very good, man.
So gonna have a kickoff here pretty soon. Hot Springs in no hurry. Shout out to some sponsors: Eunice PD, NMR Pipeline, BTH Services and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Parker Energy, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public School, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. Shout out to you.
And Eunice is out there receiving the ball, but it looks like they got the hands team out there expecting an onside kick from Hot Springs.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Springs ain't got nothing to lose. They might as well onside it. You're down 9-15, 5:21 quarter. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, they just switched it right out of the group. We're gonna have a chance. We got two people
Ortega
wrestling
and,
over it.
You can see the other guy who tried on it.
So they're gonna put right about the 29. They might spot us at the 30. I think the 29-yard line. Yeah, 29. So Eunice and they were playing Dexter. The Lujan kid had hurt his knee. They weren't sure how serious. Did an MRI. They got information today saying he's going to be okay. Here comes Ryan Castro on the end around. He's got a gap. He's turning around the corner. He's to the 40, the 35, the 30. He's knocked out of bounds after about a 50-yard pickup.
Good job there, man. He made that corner once again. If everybody's blocking for him, he's getting farther away from the ball. So that's very good job, and there's no flags on the field.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line after the long run from Ryan Castro, another sophomore.
Another sophomore. I mean, the future looks very, very bright right now.
Yeah, young, talented group for sure.
Very few flags.
Yeah.
This game. I mean,
Don't jinx us now. We got 3 receivers over there. There's only 2 people covering them.
Yeah, 3 receivers wide right, one out here to the left, one to the right. They're going to hand it up the middle. That was a nice move by number 34, Coward. He's still rumbling, stumbling. He's going to pick up 5-6 yards. He's all the way to the 25-yard line, maybe the 24.
He cut back, shows he has
Yeah.
a strong foundation. He's planted, his foot came back on the other way.
Man, any relative of Steve Jones has got a strong foundation. I always tell a story about
Steve Jones.
It was a story I heard years ago where Steve Jones was in the weight room working out with Superintendent Dwayne Haynes, and they had like 225 or more on the bench press. That's a nice run there, all
By
the way
number
down
27.
close to a first down by number 27, which is Jeremy Zamora.
And
So
he's a
good run
freshman.
there. So anyway, my Steve Dean, Dwayne Haynes story. Dwayne Haynes is down there pumping iron with Steve Dean, and anybody that ever saw Steve Dean pump iron back in those days, the guy was like Zeus.
Whoa.
And so Dwayne Haynes jumped down there under it. He was going to, throw it up too, and the bar hit him about the chest, about strangled him to death. And he said, "Get her, Steve!" And Steve had to pull the bar up off of him. So anyway, we used to tell that story back when I was a youngster. You have funny stuff like
there's
that.
a flag. I guess I jinxed it. Sorry.
There's the
guys.
flag. It's either going to be on 53 for Eunice or against opposite team.
Holding on the offense, is that Castillo again?
Yes, it
or
is.
Calvillo, I mean.
Calvillo.
So did he say 53 or 63?
53, 5-3.
Okay, 5-3.
You can just looking at the field, you can see the emotion, how he's throwing his hand.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get it together. He gets a little emotional out there. Emotion's good, but you gotta control that stuff.
Especially when you're playing against your rival team.
Yeah. Too many penalties at some point. If you get a couple penalties here and there, you can go, okay, well they just don't like me, or that was a bad call. But I mean, every game it's 2, 3, 4 calls. At some point, you go, okay, I gotta look in the mirror.
Yep.
Okay, so 2:35 and ticking. It's 49-13. Eunice with the ball. The ball spotted now at the 30-yard line. It's third and about 11.
It's still, son.
There's the snap. Looking down the field. He's got some people. Oh, he's
He's
going
hit
to
as
float
he's
it, but
throwing
his arm was hit. It's intercepted.
Strip
And
it, strip it, strip it.
They're trying to bring a big old middle linebacker down, and it took them a while, but they get him down. The ball is picked off. Melanson, as he went to let the ball go, was hit. And so the ball tumbled up into the air. It looked like a Jonathan Caballero extra point. And it landed in the hands of a linebacker from the Tigers.
But the bad thing is the backside is not helping him at all.
Yeah, I agree.
With my scary part about that, he gets hit, he can get hurt.
Absolutely.
We need to adjust that ASAP, but hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yep, so the Tigers of Hot Springs will take over first and 10. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. And I'm just giving old John a hard time because I think he's awesome. Just got to give him a hard time about something. He can't get too big ahead today after
gotta
being
keep
the
him
king.
humble.
Got to keep him humble.
And that being said, they have a whole defensive squad out there with Eunice Cardinals, and I don't know anybody other than 77.
All new folks.
There
So
it
here's
is.
the handoff up the middle. They've got a lot of running room. He's been missed about 4 times, and then finally somebody takes him down.
Number 52 from behind.
52 is
Francisco Ruiz
Francisco Ruiz.
came right here, came and got him. Now they got 53 going out there. Calvillo. Oh, he's going to replace number big 77
He's gonna
coming out
replace
there.
Big Sims.
Give that kid a chance out there,
Man,
77.
I tell
He's
you,
close.
two plays, dang near 2 sacks.
That kid is fast, man.
Yeah.
As big as he is, that kid is fast.
Yep. Yeah, he's moving. Look like Pat Sims after a Krispy Kreme donut right there. I don't know if that's the same Sims's, but anyway, he was moving. 57 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. It's 49-13, Eunice in the lead. Hot Springs really,
Milking that clock, huh?
oh man, they're just letting the
Yeah.
clock run there. I mean, they're literally just standing there looking
I'll take
around.
Advantage of it. Say a big shout out to Aldo Hernandez. He listened to the game.
Aldo Hernandez, appreciate you listening.
He's an old guy out there.
He's pretty old.
I'm telling you. Hernandez. So they finally get the ball up. It's a handoff. 33 for Hot Springs. He goes up, gets all the way down to the first down. He's finally brought down or pushed out of bounds by number 30. I'm as bad as Jones now. I can't see numbers.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. After your kid becomes the king, your eyes
Your
really get real
vision
bad.
starts going down. Your
Teary-eyed.
teary-eye, your 401k just blows up.
So Jal beat Dexter 50-0 at the beginning of the third quarter
Wow.
without Lujan. So I just got that information.
Awesome. That being said, the third quarter ends here for the Eunice Cardinals. And here at the Friday Night Football game, I guess the score is 49-13. Eunice leads here.
And we'll send it back over for a word from our sponsors.
Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knollmark Broadcasting's live, free coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Hot Springs Tigers. We're getting ready to start quarter number 4. Eunice leads 49-13. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush. What do we think?
It's been a long, fun homecoming game. The offense has been on fire. The defense has been taken off the field after the second half, so we got the young bucks out to get that experience.
Got a lot of youngsters out there, which, I think is a good
respect
thing.
that, yes.
Absolutely. I don't mind them getting some time. So it's going to be first and 10 Hot Springs. I see a Tyson Jones out there eyeballing somebody like he might go hit somebody in the Mendoza boys. They pitch it out to the left side, and Eunice's group out there does a
that
good
second
job.
team is hitting. It's a combination tackle between 6 and they
This
said
is Austin McCuller.
and number 20.
I heard him say J.J. Garcia. Cooper Webb is number 20.
There you go, Cooper Webb.
Anyway, J.J. Garcia, I think that's the person who had the ball. So now the ball spotted about the 44. It's 2nd down and 6. They handed up the middle, almost had him in the backfield. Got a host of Cardinals chasing him. Bunch of youngsters, and they're going to take him down inside the 40. That's number 20 and number
85.
85. 85 is Dyson Lord. Number 20, as we mentioned earlier, is Cooper Webb.
What I liked about that, they did a perfect angle to cut him off.
And the running back come up limping, and as I mentioned in our pregame, he's their stud on offense and defense. He leads their team in tackles and rushing yards.
If you notice, when 85 got up, he planted his foot and he stepped on his calf accidentally, and he apologized to him, and I think that's why he's living back that way.
So it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. 10:50 remaining here in the game. It's 49-13. Eunice in the lead. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsor.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Want to shout out to my man Randall and Ryan Montanez. Randall says he's listening from Alaska. So appreciate you listening up there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth quarter of Eunice Cardinal football. Hot Springs with the ball. 1st and 10, I believe. Ball spotted at the 38.
The busted play.
Quarterback takes it around the left side. He's got a little room, got a whole bunch of little young Cardinals chomping at the bit to take him down. A flag comes in late.
And 45 brought him down for the Eunice Cardinals.
45 is Noel Jimenez.
Jumped on his back and finally brought him down.
Once again, we've got a lot of youngsters on the field. I think it's a good thing, but if you're wondering why Hot Springs has been able to run at us a little bit, they hadn't been most of the game. We've got a lot of our youngsters in there, and they're doing a good job. They're holding their own.
What?
Here comes the Eunice defense back onto the field. I just saw Coach pull off the youngsters. He's sending the old ones back out on the field. Some of the youngsters are out there walking off like, you got to be kidding me. Come on.
Was half a distance to the goal.
That's a horse collar. They call it the horse collar.
What?
The horse collars.
I don't know what it is, but I was like, that quarterback dragged that young man 15 yards.
Yeah, he had him wrapped around, looked like he was bull
That could have
riding.
been an accidental horse collar.
He was hanging on for dear life. He
was about to get off. It was just one more second. He would have been off it.
So ball's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Hot Springs Tigers. The Eunice main defenses came onto the floor or onto the field. All the youngsters hustled off. So let's see if the ball's snap on the floor. And, man, there's bodies flying everywhere. And that ball skipped all the way back to about the 17-yard line.
Makes a big difference when you got 18 out there, huh?
Yes. Yeah, it gives you
and
a little fright.
And they're fresh. Only got one series in after halftime, if that.
Fresh or stiff.
The defense come back and it scared them.
Yeah.
There's my main man Tyson Jones over here. Got him a little slurp of water, slipped his helmet back on, and he's ready. He's ready for some of this.
I want a big 77 back in there.
He says he wants to get in there and do what Grandpa Kenny Jones used to do out here on the field. He was a good Eunice Cardinal.
That he was.
So here goes Hot Springs back to the line of scrimmage. 9:39 and ticking. Cardinal offense or defense on the field. They're looking past the whole way. They got some pressure coming. The ball's on the ground. A lineman picks it up, and then he gets smacked by Trevino. And back up again. Man, there was a lot of hitting going on. And they're spotting it all the way back at the 23-yard line. Great job by the Cardinal defense.
It was a full-on blitz. I think Coburn almost had him. Quarterback intentionally threw the ball to get a sack. They recovered it, but he was brought down.
Coburn
quick,
came
fast, in a
through the
hurry.
middle and put the smack down on him.
Beautiful job by this A-team. They're very, very fast and elusive,
Yeah.
and they know the game very well.
Yeah, he busted right through the middle, smacked the quarterback. Quarterback tried to get rid of it, and as he went to throw it, looked like the ball come off the side of his hand, and next thing you know, it was a live ball bouncing around. It's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 23. Ball spotted about the 23. It's 3rd and goal. Here's the snap. Here comes a whole host of Cardinals. They let this one go, and it's completed down inside the 15, but the Cardinals gang tackle right there and do a good job of holding them there.
Man, I thought we had an interception, but he does not jump in the zone. Oh, throwing a flag. What are we throwing a flag for?
Who is that out there jumping around? What number is that?
He has the ball in his hand. I think he stripped it.
No, he's pointing at the scoreboard and bouncing around, and now we
that's
got
Castro, number 10. I apologize. Who is that?
10? High-end Castro.
High-end Castro, yes.
Yeah, he was jumping around and pointing at the scoreboard, and then the flag come in. It's probably going to be a half the distance to the goal line and first down.
Unsportsmanlike.
And they are still talking.
10.
Yep. And 70 white.
Oh, they offset.
Oh.
That's a huge break for the Cardinals because that
jawing.
means they'll. That
Offset
means
the
they'll.
foul.
Yeah. So that's no first down. So that's.
Replay it down.
Yeah, if that would have just been on us, that would have been an automatic first down. Huge, huge.
Thank you, Evie, for the update. She just sent me Giles' score and Dexter's, which we went over a minute ago.
So 4th down, ball spotted about the 14. We'll call it the 13-yard line. 4th down and goal. There's some discussion about what down it should be.
And they're saying the 4th.
Yeah.
And we got the Eunice coaches out there talking
they're
about.
all the way out on the field trying to figure out what's happening.
I think they're questioning the placement of the ball.
Yeah, because they're saying if it's offsetting penalties, they should replay the down, but they're saying it was after the play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now they're cleared it up. So they're sending Jackson back over to his perch, which is about 10, 15 yards past where he should be up here at this spot. So anyway, he heads over back to the sideline. Hot Springs is set. 8:18 remaining in the game. Here's the snap. They're looking past the whole way out here to the right side. They've got a man open in the corner. Oh, and
Mata,
they've
and
got
we're
a
fighting
jump
for
ball,
it.
and it hits the ground. Great play by
Mata.
Maddox Mata.
As beautiful job after he goes up there and blocks the pass from getting caught. He picks the opponent's jersey.
Yep. So a great job there defensively in the corner by Maddox Mata against a guy that's probably 6 inches taller than him. Great play.
And they held him.
Yeah.
Now Lopez gets the ball, and that was Team A. Good job, guys.
So we'll see if we get some youngsters on offense here. I don't know if we will in front of our own goal line.
That wouldn't be smart.
So ball spotted about the 13-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Eunice.
We got something going on. They're moving the ball. They're trying to move the ball forward about a foot. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
There it is, about a yard.
So Jeremy Zamora, number 27, comes in the backfield for the Cardinals.
Give it to him.
They're looking to the sideline, trying to get the call. Now they're going to send the whole team over there just about to the right side. Now they're backing up. Still got trips right. One out here to the left. Melanson in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. They hand it up the middle to the young man, Zamora, and he's going to pick up about 2 or 3.
He reminds me a little bit of Kevin Garcia when Kevin Garcia was that age.
Yeah. Yep.
Little fast and strong. I mean,
So we'll give him 4 yards there. That ball spotted all the way out about the 18-yard line. So 2nd, we'll call it 6.
good job.
Under 7 minutes on the clock. All the Cardinals looking to the sideline, trying to get the play in from Jackson. Jackson gives them the play. 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left. Melanson in the backfield, the freshman. They snap it to him. He's looking past the whole way. He's got a lot of pressure coming after him. He's going to throw the ball down the field and throws it over toward the sidelines. It's out of bounds. That was
Give a shot to John and with Aldo. They say they're a little thirsty right now, enjoying the game, listening and watching it. So Thank you for tuning in, young men.
Want to make sure we shout out to some of these sponsors:
yes.
Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Eunice Wrecker, Devon Energy, BTH, NMR, Eunice PD. Here goes Melanson rolling to his right on the broken.
He just don't know it. He's unconscious, man. That boy.
The fireworks are flying here in Eunice on homecoming. It's 55-13. Eunice in the lead behind another great Mata run after the catch.
Dude, that's beautiful. I hope his dad is listening to the game or watching it. Man, that kid is showing out tonight.
Man, that was a heck of a
He caught it, he ran between 3 players and outran probably their fastest player on their team.
Yeah, he made that little step cut at midfield, cut right in between them, and then outran somebody the last 50 yards. Here comes Jonathan Caballero onto the
Outran
field.
him like nothing, dude. I was like running. I stopped saying that.
He's ready. He's like, let me show you
Let me
this.
show you, man. It's in green gloves, brother.
Yep.
He's a king now. He's
Yeah,
going to get it.
No John.
Come on in.
Oh, what are we going to throw
Oh,
a flag
there's
for?
a flag.
Did they game?
What?
Illegal substitution. Nobody was in the huddle, bud.
What huddle?
Yeah, did y'all see a huddle?
Yeah, we don't huddle. I ain't ever seen a Eunice huddle under Greg Jackson.
Me neither.
Yeah, they said a substitution out of the huddle. We don't huddle.
They
Yeah,
must have
Jackson's down there telling the ref. He's like, we don't huddle. We don't have a huddle. What
He's
do you
going to
mean?
go talk to him. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
look,
bro.
that's what he's telling him. We don't huddle.
You-
He's all the way out in the center of the field now. He's telling the official, we don't huddle. And the official's pointing at him to get off the field.
he's very aggressive, that guy with the white hat.
Yeah, he's not going to sit out there and,
And he's pretty tall. I mean, we could say something else, but
yeah,
he's pretty tall. So let's just make it harder on number 24 there, huh?
he might drop a left right on him here in a minute.
He'll get it. It might be 20
Just
feet
now,
above the top of the goalpost.
So here goes Caballero. He's got a pretty dang good, it's like a 20-yard field goal
That's
now.
snap.
And they're going to holler fire. And they've got open people in the corner if they don't.
Oh, close him.
Ryan Castro still pumped up off the penalty he got over here. He lets the muscle and testosterone get to him, throws it all the way
Yeah,
out
two
the back of the
people
end
wide
zone.
open.
Yeah,
Wide open.
All he had to do was underhand it into the air over there.
That
and
would be nice.
anyway, it's 55-13. Eunice in the lead. 5:43 remaining in the game. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful night here in Eunice, New Mexico, as the Cardinals are on top, 55-13. 5:43 remaining here in the game. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Ricindo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush, and we are broadcasting live for free thanks to Nullmark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports and all of our sponsors. Here's the kickoff from Caballero. It's a high floater down to the 25-yard line. They break up the middle, headed down the field, and there is a heck of a collision.
Head to
head.
And there's a bunch of
And
shoving
there's
out there.
some fighting going on. There is a lot of pushing, shoving, fighting going on out there in the middle of the field. We've got to be smart here.
And go ahead,
That
I'm
is
sorry.
one thing that worries me with our group is sometimes we're not very disciplined.
And that comes from the younger guys going out there. And I'm not picking on them,
Yeah.
but if you pay attention to the roster as we read them off, they're sophomores, freshmen.
Yeah, they're out there hollering at our coaching staff again now. The officials telling them to get back, but we are not very disciplined. That is
Look at
one
him. Look
thing.
at him. He's still out there telling coach get back.
Yep.
And he's
He's crossing his arms like I'm not going back anymore. Look at him. Yeah, so we're not very disciplined with our kids, and we've got to do a better job of that. Too many unnecessary penalties, too many of those fights in the middle of the field, things like that. We got to clean that up.
Luckily, no flag was thrown because they couldn't identify who initiated everything.
I think they did throw something, didn't they, or no?
No, I don't see anything, sir.
Oh, I thought a flag flew. Now they're
I haven't
calling
seen
the
the
two
flag yet.
teams together. What, maybe? I don't know what's happening here. There goes Jonathan Caballero out there. He's been over here getting him some king drink. Now he's they're
They have
calling
the captains
everybody
going
to the
out
middle.
there. It's going to be a warning to both teams, I'm assuming.
Coaches headed out onto the field. Not the Hot Springs coaches are all the way over there on the
Yeah.
sidelines with our
And it's
division.
all initiated when that hard hit is a low hit, head to head, helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet.
But that being said, I've enjoyed the game. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, shout out to some sponsors: Eunice PD, NMR Pipeline, BTH Services and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Parker Energy, City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice PD, Eunice PD, Eunice PD. I
Eunice
throw
PD,
you
huh?
guys in some extra because your commercial is ready. The station has it ready. I've just been too busy to get the box up there where they can load it in. So I have to say, you guys, a few extra times. We appreciate you. And now we've got a timeout on the field, and Coach Jackson's going to call all his kids over here. I think you got to settle them down. The last thing we need going into the second part of the season is kids getting ejected. And
And as you can tell, he has kneeled down right now. Everybody's attention. So this is what we're doing. This is why we're going to do it.
still out here arguing with referees over here on the side.
And that's another coach. It's not the head coach.
Well,
but
yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this game right here, football, it's a contact sport. You got to have that discipline in any level.
Right.
And that's what we have the refs out there to enforce. And as a young man, this is where it starts at, to control your emotions, control the way you play, and represent your school to the best of your ability. Because
Just
this is
saw
a privilege.
Jorge Ontiveros over there. He's up in the bleachers shaking hands and whatnot, seeing some of the old
There's that old
youngsters.
fade he got.
Yep. Sean Stinson running around. So we appreciate all those old folks. They're old folks now. They've been young ones for all these years now.
Somebody
they're
said,
old
man,
ones.
they're has-beens. I go, they ain't no has-beens. They're always will-be's.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a big difference there.
Cheerleaders throwing some
And my daughter got one. Chloe
some
got a
shirts.
shirt.
Uh-oh.
The big old, what's
How's
Frito
that
pie?
wrist? That wrist doing all right?
Yes, sir. She's carrying that
My
Frito
wife
pie.
was worried about her today.
Oh, Chloe. She's doing good right now, man.
5:30 remaining in the game. It's 55-13. Hot Springs back out on the ball. Looks like we've got our youngsters in the field. The quarterback's rolling left.
Go
They
fade
got a man
wide
wide open,
open.
and they're going to catch the ball. Luckily, he slid down and caught it instead of grabbing it and running.
Man, that kid was wide open. His blown coverage somewhere.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line after the long pass from Hot Springs.
When you put 77 back up in there, man,
And let him put some heat on that quarterback.
he's ready. Look at him. He's stretching out over here, saying, move.
We sent a bunch of extra people on the field, but we didn't run anybody off. Here they come off late. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line, deep inside Cardinal territory. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking past the whole way. He's got some pressure
that
this
Hawkins?
time. Hawkins gets to
Hawkins
him. Hawkins ran off from the sideline on to get into that play, and that's exactly why they ran him out there. And the Hawk bringing it to him. He's got that Eunice PD connection. He chased him down like a REO suspect.
Man, put him down and grab the thumbs and put the cuffs on,
That's
huh?
right. Cuffed him and stuffed him, frisked him, told him he had the right to
No, he
remain back in the backfield for a
You
long
ain't got
time.
no rights, huh? You
That's
got no
right.
rights.
That's right. So Hawk with the arrest/sack. 4:14 and ticking. It's going to be 2nd down and a long ways now as the ball has been moved all the way back to about the 43-yard line.
Yep.
Have they even spotted the ball? Oh, it's in near
Yeah,
the
the
beat.
corner, yep.
huh?
That was a beautiful job. He looked like Von Miller from last night, and he just,
Oh, man.
he just
Yeah.
got him and just like pumped his hands in the air and ran off the field like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Good job, Hawkins.
So here we go. Under 4 minutes to go, and
Oh,
there's people
yeah,
moving
like crazy.
everywhere.
Oh.
No flags.
72
What was
got on
that?
the jersey.
72.
For Eunice Cardinals.
72 is Caden Boyd. You know, the Boyds live on a ranch out here south of town, and occasionally when they're branded, they'll grab them calves by the tail, and them calves will be running, and they get a bulldog them. That's what he did to that quarterback. He had him by the shirt. It looked like a tail.
Yep.
He was trying to wrap that shirt around his head like he was about to bulldog him, and then he took him on down. So a good job by Caden Boyd. He looked like his mama bulldogging some students up at the junior high a few years ago.
He needs to flank him. That's what he needs to do.
3:10 remaining here in the game. 55-13. Hot Springs heads back to the line of scrimmage. It's third down and a long ways. I'm going to call it 23, maybe 25. Hot Springs heads back to the line of scrimmage.
Being generous there, Jones.
That's what Billy's got on the screen. If Billy's got that math up there, it's
oh,
got to be right.
Billy's right.
All right, quarterback
internet.
still looking deep. He's going to chunk it deep into a pile. It's
Intercepted.
intercepted by the Cardinals. I can't tell
22,
who that
I
is.
believe that's 22.
22
Line,
is.
that's 23. That's Gomez.
23's Gomez with a deep interception for the Cardinals. The Cardinal offense heads onto the floor, onto the field, with under 2:40 remaining in the game.
This guy wants some bad. It looks like a basketball score, huh?
Man, yeah, it kind of does. 55-13.
In our favor.
Yeah, I hope. It hadn't been too many years of that, but Rosendo gave me the look like I know it's coming.
Oh, boy.
2:18 remaining here in the game. 55-13. Eunice on the field with their
Why didn't
offense.
they throw a flag for that? Illegal substitution.
Yeah, they're not worried about it. Here's a snap. We're going to hand it right up off the middle. Who is that?
That is number big 34.
And
Took
he's
a
still
hit.
going.
Everybody almost a ball, but hit the ground. He's on the ground.
Now, the ball was
That's
on the
a soft
floor.
freshman. I think he's a freshman.
34 Maddox Coward. That is a Dean, grandson of Steve Dean. Anybody with a Dean in him, Mama called him Dean. I'm going to call him Dean.
He did a good job there.
He did.
Let me rephrase that. He did a great job there. He got hit, kept running like nobody was there.
Yeah. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. 1:38 remaining in the ball game. Eunice heads back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10.
Billy said, at least pick up your trash.
There's a snap. They're going to hand it right up the middle again, and there is a herd of tigers, or a pride of tigers, or some kind of tigers back in there grabbing the young man and throwing Cowart to the floor.
It almost took 8 people to take him down. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little Steve in him. Get her, Steve.
Steve, huh?
So 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 12. Ball spotted about the 41-yard line.
Number 5 threw his hands up like, hey, I want to pass.
Yep.
He's giving a sign.
They
No.
are letting the clock run. We're down under 55 seconds. Clock is running. Jackson standing over here and slowly giving signals. He's trying to let that clock run as much as he can. 44 seconds remaining on the clock. Trips right. Melanson takes it, hands it right up the middle to Coward. He takes it, and he looked like he got grabbed around the helmet.
Yeah,
There's
look at
some
these guys.
wrestling going
Is
on
that
over
53?
here.
He helped him up, right? It was 53.
It is.
So if he's going to help him up or help him
Why
out.
does he smother him like that, dude? Why does he smother him and raises his hand up, hands
Like,
up,
I
like,
didn't do
dude?
nothing.
Straight out of Compton move, man, right there. Just come on, bro.
I think we're going to let the clock run out right there.
I concur.
At the end of this game, homecoming, it's going to be a Eunice Cardinal 55, Hot Springs Tigers 13. The Cardinals with the win here move to 4-1,
I believe so.
4-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-1
We'll go
on the
4-1.
season. And next week, they have moved the game from Friday night to Thursday night. I won't be able to make it. I've got a campaign thing I've got to do on Thursday night. I drug my feet committing. When I finally committed, then they sent me a deal saying Eunice moved their football game to Thursday night. So I won't make it. You guys will be able to cover it. I think you are in good hands out there.
We'll see. We'll
So-
see. It is Thursday. We'll be kind of confused, so bear with us.
Want to make sure we shout out to some sponsors: Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, the City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Devon Energy, BTA Services and Rental, NMR Pipeline LLC, Eunice Police Department. And before we go here, they sent me the the read-on of the Eunice Police Department commercial, so I'll read it. Eunice Police Department is a proud supporter of the youth of Eunice. Eunice Police Department encourages teamwork and getting involved in the community, whether it's sports, cheer, or just being a great student. The police department stands by our town motto of friendly people, proud town, and they are definitely proud to serve the city of Eunice and proud to support Lee County athletics and students and academics and all that good stuff. The Eunice Police Department, thank you guys for all that you do. Rosendo, any thoughts?
It was a great night, man, all the way around for the team. They did an awesome job on the offensive side and the defensive side. And a big shout out to my young man, Jonathan Caballero, for winning King, going out there, picking up the slack when they needed a kicker to do that. He missed the field goal and he get an opportunity to do another one, but as a father, I'm very proud of him and keep moving forward, son.
Congratulations, King John and Queen Jazzy Jazz. Jasmine, we appreciate you guys and wish you the best. Congratulations to the Eunice Cardinals. Safe travels all the way across the street to the Hot Springs Tigers. I want to give a shout out to Floyd and Cynthia Sims. Floyd, the man, the myth, the legend. He's a longtime Cardinal fan. He's got his red on. I'm not sure if that's a Texas Tech shirt or a Cardinal shirt, but anyway.
He has red on.
Charlie, any thoughts before we close it down?
Great game. You know, the kids look good. A little too aggressive on a couple of plays, but hey, they're looking good.
For No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports, thank you again for No Mark for covering Eunice Cardinal sports. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to our listeners. Good night, everyone. We'll see you Thursday night.
Good night.